Hello everyone. Hola a todos. Miner mole here, the miners of moles. Miner mole aquí, el mero mero topo minero. Miner mole aquí, el mero mero topo minero. Okay, yeah. It's working on Kick. Está funcionando en Kick. Hello everyone. Hola a todos. Hello everyone. Hola a todos. Okay, clearly it's working on YouTube, tío. Claramente está funcionando en YouTube. How about on Twitch? ¿Qué tal en Twitch? How about on Twitch? Yep, Twitch as well. Twitch también. So I got 10 followers on Kick. Tengo 10 seguidores en Kick. 58 followers on Twitch. 58 seguidores en Twitch. And then 637 right now on YouTube. Y luego en el momento 637 en YouTube ahorita. Alright. I'm going to insert these here. Voy a insertar estos aquí. Did I post the Linktree twice on TikTok? Puse el Linktree dos veces en TikTok. Hey KNG, how are you doing? Like, I don't even know what to say. Yo ni sé qué decir. Okay, good to know the Nightbot's working. Qué bueno saber que está funcionando el Nightbot. Hey RL Dad, how are you doing? Don't worry. So unfortunately, TikTok missed out on this past Sunday. Desafortunadamente TikTok pues se perdió esto el domingo pasado. I was playing the amazing digital dating simulator and I risked Zubul, que este domingo pasado estaba jugando The Amazing Digital Dating Simulator y pues me tocó enamorar a Zubul. So yeah, apparently, well, and it wasn't the fault of the computer this time. Rather, it was the fault of TikTok. As in, TikTok denied me from streaming. And not Streamlabs denying me from streaming on TikTok. Hola Vic Vargas, ¿cómo estás? Okay, I promise I'll get this stuff out of the way soon. Prometo, digo, sacar todo esto de aquí pronto. Okay. Alright. I'm not even gonna say that name, ni voy a decir ese nombre. So yeah, y'all are just watching me do this, sometimes with infinite screens. Que si me están viendo hacer esto, digo, a veces aunque tenga pues, ¿cómo digo? Pues pantallas infinitas. Okay, now let me actually move this out of the way. Ahora mover esto de aquí. And now for what y'all came to see. Ahora para lo que vinieron en el primer lugar. Oh, not here. Aquí no. Oh no, yeah, I did do it here. Aquí sí lo hacía. Unfortunately, I have to keep this screen on because otherwise I don't mess up the game itself. Lo malo es que tengo que tener esta pantalla así prendida porque si no pues me va a perjudicar en lo que quiero hacer. Look at who we rizzed last stream. Miren a quién pues enamoramos en el stream pasado. It was indeed Zubul. Sí fue Zubul esta vez. Hey Frankie D. Alright. Just to show you, solo para enseñarles. Nothing for Pomni, nothing for Jax, nothing for Regatha, nothing for Gangle. And then Zubul, we got these things. Que con Zubul agarramos todo esto. Woo! I'm still unsure what this scene is. Hey, Gannicus, how you doing? ¿Cómo estás, Gannicus? This time I want to try to riz Gangle. Esta vez quiero enamorar a Gangle. And then maybe next stream Ragatha? I mean, not Ragatha. Next stream maybe Jax and then Pomni. And then I actually want to end it off with Ragatha. Que no sé si tal vez en el próximo stream quiero enamorar a Jax y luego pues a Pomni y luego mejor para el final a Ragatha. Hello Emerald Yoshi, how are you doing? I see that Charlie Brown looking picture or profile picture. Like, cannot go wrong with the classics. And yes, I already read this disclaimer last time. Ya leí este disclaimer la vez pasada. Well, of course, if except for on TikTok, bueno, excepto en TikTok porque TikTok no me dejó. Well, except for on TikTok because TikTok didn't let me. But yeah, YouTube, Twitch, and Kick did. Pero claro, pues YouTube, Twitch y Kick sí me dejaron. And the stream did not crash at all. Y pues el stream no se tumbó tampoco. Hey Megan, how are you doing? Well, I guess I'm gonna read this again. Bueno, voy a leer esto de nuevo. Welcome to the amazing digital simulator! A slice of lifestyle school setting where anything and everything is possible. I'm Kane, and I'll be your principal for the duration of your stay here at the amazing Digital Academy. Help your classmates pull pranks on the teacher, become a straight A student or a rule-breaking delinquent. All this while possibly finding love on the way, or along the way. But enough about my wonderful creation. Let's get you enrolled. First things first, what uniform will you be donning? I'm gonna have to do this again. Voy a tener que hacer esto de nuevo. Sounds good. How about your name? What should we call you? Minor Mole, huh? Are you sure you like that name? Alrighty then, Minor Mole. Or let me say it in the... Okay, not Stanley Ipkiss, but what's his name? Jim Carrey. As you know, this Stanley Ipkiss, pero Jim Carrey. Alrighty then. Or something like that. Algo así. I want to make sure everything's going well on them streaming services. Quiero ver que todo está bien en estas plataformas de vivo. Then let's head inside. Hi, my name is Minor Mole. I'm a transfer student to the amazing Digital Academy. And hey, Ed YB, how are you doing? My parents moved to the countryside after a vague, tragic event that changed the course of our lives. After I said goodbye to all my old friends, my parents got my transcripts and packed up the car. Hey, Michael Coward, how are you doing? Today is my first day at this new school. I glanced down at my class schedule. This should be English 101 with Mr. Kinger. So where's the teacher? Hey, Bad Wolf. As I step into the room to let in any other students that might be late to class, someone else hops into the room. The figure looks like a tall, white piece from a gaming set. Specifically, he looks like a king in chess. It takes me a moment to put two and two together, but when I do, I almost groan at the pun. Surely his name can't really be... Hey, Sonayan, how are you doing? Hello, my name is Kinger. You must be pleased to meet me. Mr. Kinger extends a gloved hand, which I shake more out of instinct than out of a genuine sense of excitement. Good morning, students. On the docket today, we have a new student named... what's your name again? I'm gonna gonna go with this one. Voy a ir con esta. Hey, Pablo Yat. Hola, Pablo Yat. Righty on. Go on and take any open seat, minor mole. Most of our students don't bite. One of the other students, a purple rabbit, seems to grin at this. I take a moment to think of who to sit by. Oh yeah, so I actually pressed the sit down on the teacher's chairs and then Zubul got on my ass for it. Que puse eso de sentarme en la silla del maestro y pues Zubul pues se puso bien culero. Yo con eso. Hey Corey 2 Real 100. I will go for the shy-looking girl with a comedy mask. I sit next to the shy-looking girl with a comedy mask and a ribbon body. But even as I sit down and look at my new desk neighbor, she doesn't seem to have noticed me. Instead, she's drawing something in her sketchbook. I'm not used to being ignored like this, so I lean over to see what she's drawing. Once she notices me, she flinches away, blushing furiously. Oh, sorry! I didn't see you there! You're the new student, right, Minor Mole? I'm Gangle. She seems really timid. I'm not sure there's anything I could do that would make her feel at ease. Nice to meet you, Gangle. What are you working on? Oh, these? Gangle seems surprised by the question, but doesn't shy away from responding. Oh, well, sometimes I just like to sketch. They're not really good or anything. Hey, double A 415. How are you doing? ¿Cómo estás, doble A 415? That's cool. So you're an art student? Gangle offers me a sheepish smile. That's right! I guess you could call me an artist! She pauses a moment, seeming to revel in that statement before timidly correcting herself. I mostly just sketch and stuff, nothing crazy. Right as I catch a glimpse of her happy demeanor, she retreats back into her own shyness. I'm about to open my mouth to ask about her skittishness when the abstract figure near me speaks up. Gangle's just being modest. She's actually a really good artist and the star of our school's art club. Gangle blushes again, giving another one of the shy smiles that seem to be her trademark. The blush and the smile are kind of cute on her. Oh, thanks! I think you're really good too, Zubul. So that's what her name is. Gangle seemed pretty confident in talking to Zubul. They must have a history. So, you're both artists? Zubul shrugs. I do a little bit when I have time. I don't do it as often as Gangle, though. Huh, can I see your art? I asked Gangle to see her art first. Well, maybe, She rifles through the papers, taking a few moments to look for the one she deems good enough to show. She timidly hands me the sketch. An anime sketch complete with big eyes, small mouth, and a big head. Hey Grimlock, how you doing? ¿Cómo estás, Grimlock? Upon further inspection, it kind of looks familiar. Gangle interrupts my thoughts. It's kind of a rough sketch. Please don't look too close. She says the latter phrase under her breath. I'm not sure if she intends for me to hear her or not. Seriously, why would I get this option? Yeah, I can see it's pretty rough. Ah, it's impressive! Gangle smiles and blushes timidly, taking back her sketch and giggling. Hey, King Boo, how are you doing? Hola, King Boo, ¿cómo estás? Thank you! That's really nice of you to say! Hey, Necrozma, hola, Necrozma. There's a lingering warmth in her tone and smile as she goes back to sketching. I feel like I'm getting along with Gangle, despite her shyness. I try to pay attention to Mr. Kinger's lecture, but I can't help but steal an occasional glance at Gangle's sketchbook. When class is getting ready to end, I feel one of her ribbons gently tap my shoulder. But me and Zilla usually sit outside of the courtyard during lunch. You should join us. I can't deny the offer is very tempting. I was just setting into my desk and getting used to this place when something burst into the room. Principal Kane, how exciting to have you in our class today. The new figure turned to address us. At his side was Bubble and his razor-sharp teeth. I don't think I'll ever get used to this school. Kinger, class, how do you do? Principal Kane extends a hand, gesturing to all of us, before freezing in place. With a sound of like porcelain grinding against porcelain, his teeth slam shut. His eyes slowly extrude from his teeth like they're not solid objects. Minor Mole, I wasn't expecting you here. Manic enthusiasm suffuses his voice as he points his cane at me. So Kane has a cane. Kane tiene un bastón. Maybe later, maybe you'll be the secret ingredient to make this school interesting. He pauses a moment, rubbing the base of his chin in contemplation for a moment. Is there any reason you're here, Kane? Zubul speaks to him like they're addressing an annoying insect instead of the principal at the school. Kane perks up. That's right! The reason I'm here, to make sure we all have an enriching academy experience. One filled with fun, danger, adventure! He begins to list more and more descriptors, increasing his breakneck speed until I can't even tell what he's saying. And most of all, interesting to our studio audience. He turns towards the window and stares out of it for a moment. Is he addressing somebody? There doesn't appear to be anyone outside. However, the numbers are in. Students. And it turns out school dramas are just white noise. Normally, this is the time that I tell you that means the end of school life as we know it! Kane bites on his hands in mock horror. The class and Kinger play along. Gasping at this revelation, Gangle looks ready to burst into tears. However, my sweet-toothed students, your benevolent principal has found a way to bring public interest back to the school in a major way. At this point, the sharp-toothed Bubble next to him pipes up.
How are you? How are you bringing interest back to the school, Mr. President?
Kane shoots the Bubble a confused look, but hits his stride a moment later. You see, my little Tomer Emeralds, what's one thing that no academy around here has ever had? Hey, Greg Farley, how you doing? ¿Cómo estás, Greg Farley? A cast of colorful characters? A cast of colorful characters? A competent principal? Adequate funding? Kane shakes his head. Wrong, and surprisingly right, but also not relevant to what I'm talking about. No, around here has... No school around here has had a culture festival celebrating the unique talents of its students. So I, being your benevolent principal, have decided to put your class in charge of throwing the best culture festival this side of the Pacific Ocean. Make it flashy. We gotta keep the interest of our investors after all. Egads! I'm almost late for my deep tissue massage. Alright, Kinger, I'll leave you the list of everyone's responsibilities. You all have 5 days. Break a leg or two. As abruptly as he appeared, Kane darts out of the room, disappearing from views as he heads to his appointment. Alright, class, let's see what roles Kane assigned to each of you for the Culture Festival. Okay, I gotta take a picture of this. Tengo que tomar una foto de esto. Well, not for the internet, no para el internet. Kinger lifts a paper from his desk and begins to read aloud. Ragatha,
As the class representative, I trust you to organize the other students and make sure the festival proceeds with no issues. You can count on me. Zooble and Gangle, you two will work on art. You will work on art to promote the festival. Okay, TikTok, I am not asking for gifts. No estoy pidiendo regalos. I don't know what you're doing. Ni sé qué estás haciendo. If anything, I'm just reading dialogue here. Si acaso estoy leyendo diálogo aquí. I'm not explicitly asking for anything, TikTok. No estoy pidiendo... No estoy explícitamente pidiendo nada, TikTok. You need to fix your UI or something. Necesitas que arreglar tu intermedio de usuario, no sé qué. Okay, Zooble and Gangle, you two will work on art to promote the festival. Gifting suspended. I wasn't asking anything. No estaba pidiendo nada. Okay, I'm submitting the appeal. Voy a apelar eso. Like, TikTok, you need to get your stuff together. TikTok, te tienes que arreglar. Okay. We have a pretty big school here, so we'll need plenty of posters and some art to display during the festival. I don't know. I still don't have anything I'm comfortable showing everyone else. Pomni and Jax, look up what a culture festival is. Shouldn't we do that before we start making posters? No, I like his idea. Plus, we get to see what Gangle comes up with for her posters. If it's anything like what she comes up with when she draws Ragatha. Jax! Gangle interrupts Jax before he can finish his thought, pleading him to stay quiet. The class erupts into chaos as Zooble and Gangle argue with Jax. Pomni tries to find out what a culture festival is, and Ragatha tries to salvage what remains of class and get her classmates to pay attention. For his part, Mr. Kinger seems content to let the student bicker amongst themselves. Maybe he didn't have the rest of his lesson planned and is just waiting out the lunch bell. As if I had summoned it by thinking of it, the lunch bell sounds. Excuse me. Everyone drops their arguments and flies out of the classroom. Time to find out what I'm doing for lunch. After my chaotic first half of the day, I had worked up quite the appetite. The cafeteria was bustling with unfamiliar faces. Around me there was a selection of places to buy lunch, but none of them stood out from one another. I picked up something to eat at the nearest food place and set about deciding where to sit down. Still, as I scanned the bustling lunchroom, I don't recognize anyone from class. You know, I'll sit with Zooble and Gangle. Voy a sentarme con Zooble y Gangle. I pick up a garden salad from the cafeteria and stride out into the courtyard. Though there are half a dozen tables out there, they're mostly empty and it's easy to find Gangle and Zooble. Gangle gives me a big wave with one of her ribbon arms, her comedy mask showing an expression of cautious excitement. Zooble lifts up their claw in a friendly wave as well. Hi guys, thanks for the invite. No problem. No problem! Okay, I'm actually gonna put the camera here. Voy a poner la cámara aquí. Okay, yeah, that's good. Sí está bien. Alright. Did they coordinate that? Either that or they've just been friends for a long time. So, Minor Mole, how are you liking school so far? Well, it's pretty different from my old school. I start Zubul and Gangle waiting on my next words. But I think I'm starting to like it here. Gangle smiles, pushing the tips of her ribbon hands together with a gentle blush. I like it here too! I'm really excited for the Culture Festival! We pass the time in relative silence as we eat our lunches. Zubul is the first to break the silence, pointing at my meal. Are you a vegan or something? Oh, this? I gesture to my salad. Not really. I just grabbed something that looked good before heading out to meet you guys. I think it looks good. Zubul shrugs. I like to bring food I can cook myself. I can't stand what Kane stocks the cafeteria with. Gangle has a gentle smile on her face as she pokes a bit of shrimp tempura with a chopstick. How she manages to use chopsticks when both of her hands are the tips of the red ribbons is honestly very impressive. I don't think it's as bad. I don't think it's all bad. There's a lot of traditional Japanese foods in the cafeteria. I never got to eat sushi when I was in high school before. They go back and forth like this for a bit while I stab at the remnants of my salad. A hush falls over our table for a moment, then... So, Zubul, are you going to help me get art done for the Culture Festival after lunch? Zubul looks at Gangle pointedly. Honestly, I'm tired of talking about the Culture Festival. It's just another one of Kane's stupid plans to make us all come together and make him feel good about himself. I mean, come on, Gangle. He's having Pomni look up what a Culture Festival is. He doesn't care about the Culture Festival at all. It's just something to make us all busy. I don't see why I should put in any more effort than Kane is, you know? There's a faint tinkle like there's something delicate fracturing, and Gangle's smile falters. Gangle's lip starts quivering, tears welling up at the side of her mask. Zubul? Gangle, I didn't mean... But their apology is too late. Gangle's comedy mask is broken and now lies on the table in front of us in two pieces. Gangle is sobbing loudly. They give me a meaningful look. Come on, Minor Mole. You understood what I meant, right? I'm sorry, Gangle. I promised to help you with the art festival. Gangle, Zubul's just annoyed at being pulled around by Kane all the time. They didn't mean to hurt your feelings. Thanks, Minor Mole! Gangle sniffles, sliding one of her ribbon hands over mine on the table. Zubul glares at me. Now I'm pissing her off. Ahora se está enojando conmigo. Come on, Minor Mole. Don't make me out to be the bad guy here. If you'd been through enough of Kane's bullshit, you'd be sick of these sorts of things too. Zubul, it's clear that this culture fair means a lot to Gangle. Can't you just put your anger at Principal Kane aside for this? I'm not angry. I'm just frustrated with Kane and they sigh, standing up and giving Gangle an apologetic look. I'm sorry, Gangle. I'm gonna go for now. He pushed away Zubul. Tío, sacamos a Zubul de aquí. I almost stopped Zubul and tried to get them to reconcile, but Gangle is still crying, and right now she has to take priority. Minor Mole, did you really mean what you said about helping me with the art for the festival? Of course I do, Gangle. Gangle picks up the remnants of her comedy mask, trying to put on a brave face as she stands up from her half-eaten lunch. That's really nice of you. I didn't feel like doing my work alone. Gangle sniffles. And I don't think Zubul wants to hang out with me right now. She sinks deeper into her own sadness, sagging physically with the emotional weight she feels. Okay, I don't know if this is hurting us or helping us. No sé si esto nos está lastimando o ayudando. I support her as we make our way to the art studio, draping one of her arms over my shoulders as I support her. Okay, no one on those social media yet. Nadie en esas redes sociales todavía. Once we step inside, Gangle starts to regain her composure, wiping her face and taking a seat at the table. She gets to work immediately, picking up a pencil and drawing an anime character with a big smile and a cheerleading uniform. The more engrossed she gets in her art, the more she manages to smile, her pain fading as she adds more and more details to her drawing. Gangle, you're really good at this. She jumps as I finish talking to her. I think she was so engrossed in her drawing she lost track of her surroundings. Minor Mole! You really think so? She gives me a hopeful smile. Of course I do. She starts leaning towards me as she continues to draw. After an hour or so, she's fully taken up my space, and here's as she adds she's fully taken up my space and hers as she adds details, working on at the paper from every possible angle. Almost! She begins to shade in some areas of the drawing and go back over to some of her lines to thicken them as she finishes up. Done! She picks her drawing up, holding it in front of me with a cautious smile. That actually looks like Pomni and wait, is that a My Hero Academia reference? Is this una referencia de My Hero Academia? Pomni wants you to get pumped! Okay, that's pretty good. Eso sí es bueno. It's like, oh yeah. Okay. I'm gonna ignore that on the computer, but not on my phone. Voy a ignorar eso en la computadora, pero no en el texto, en el teléfono. It's an anime-style girl that strongly resembles Pomni in a cheerleading uniform, holding up a pair of pom-poms. You know, like the girls in My Hero Academia in Season 2. Así como en la segunda temporada de My Hero Academia, digo, más bien las chicas. Tricked by Mineta. Engañados por Mineta. Around the drawing are the words, Pomni wants you to get pumped. What do you think? That sure is something that it's really good, Gangle. Gangle smiles at me. Thanks, Spider-Boy! You promise you're not just saying that? Or you promise you're not just saying that? I'm serious. Gangle blushes, looking away from me as she continues. I'm really excited to work with you to make the Culture Festival a success! Just as I finish cheering up Gangle, the bell to dismiss class rings. Oh no! I kept you here, and you missed all your afternoon classes! It's okay, Gangle. I wanted to be here. We should probably grab our things. I walk to my locker, entering the combination as I put my books away and get ready to head out for the day. My mind drifts to the day's events. I wonder if something will ask me to walk back with them. As I gather my things, a familiar masked girl walks up to me. Hey, Minor Mole, wanna walk back with me? I can show you some other art I've done, and you can tell me what you think of it. She gives me a hopeful look. Sure thing, Gangle. I'd like that. Gangle almost melts into shy giggles as she takes my hand and leads me out. As we get to walking, Gangle and I start talking about her art again. I'm as full of compliments as ever. Seriously, Gangle, you should show more people your art. I bet you could even successfully publish a manga-inspired webcomic or something like that. Oh. Did I say something wrong? Her face falls instantly. Sorry, what you just said just reminded me of something about my past I don't like to remember. She looks away from me. Oh. I didn't mean to hurt her feelings. I decide to leave the topic alone for now. Desperate to change the topic as we leave for school for the day, I decide to ask her a question. So, Gangle, do you drive yourself to school or take the bus? Huh? She tilts her mask and stares at me confused. You know, how do you get from here to your house? Minor mole? She trails off. Do you not know? Not know what? Gangle presents her ribbon hands together, seeming to give her next words a great deal of thought. Minor mole, we live on campus. What? I must have misheard that. I must have misheard her. Also, who's we? I'm certain I was dropped off by my parents today. Even if I can't remember what car I was dropped off in, or what my parents look like, or what my house looks like. Yeah, King made us some housing on campus after King started cluttering our home room with his pillow fort. Before we complained, we all just had to sleep at our desks. Oh, that's cool for you guys, but who's we? Gangle pauses before gesturing to the school, herself, and even me. Zubul, Pomni, Jax, me, Regatha, and now I guess you do too. I started to breathe in and out rapidly, sweat rolling down my face as the weight of her words strike me. Okay, I'm just exaggerating. Estoy exagerando. And I'm gonna kill myself doing that. Me voy a matar haciendo eso. Okay, fine. I'm gonna unalive myself. Me voy a desvivir. Okay, I'm not gonna actually unalive myself. Bueno, no me voy a desvivir actualmente. No way, but I mean, my parents dropped me off this morning, didn't they? I mean, I can't remember anything about them, but I'm sure I was dropped off. Maybe. Probably. Gangle gives me a concerned look. Minor mole, you're scaring me. I can hear the threat of panic and despair in her voice. I take a deep breath. I have to be strong for Gangle. Okay. Can you lead me to my dorm? Gangle still looks a little concerned, but the threat of all-encompassing despair has left her voice, and she's able to give me a gentle smile as she offers one of her ribbon's hands for me to take. Sure thing! As we walk, I start asking her about the dorms. What kind of things I can expect? Like, does each dorm have a bathroom? Is the bed already set up for me? How much privacy do we have in our dorms? Well, I don't really know about your dorm because each of ours are customized to ourselves. Customized? But every room at least has a bed and a desk. She's trying to make the best of this strange situation, but I keep my more skeptical comments to myself. Well, that's nice. Gangle leads me to a nearby building. We start walking past all of the rooms. Even the doors seem customized. Pomni's door is half red and half blue, like her outfit in class. Ragatha's door looks like the door to a ranch-style house, almost as out of place in the plain dorm hallway as Pomni's room. Jax's door is crisscrossed with black and yellow striped tape. Really? That's Jax's room? ¿En serio ese es el cuarto de Jax? We finally come to my room. A plain oak door, embossed on a brass nameplate, is my name. I guess this is your room. She gives me a shy smile. As I push the door open, I can see Gangle shifting in the periphery of my vision, trying to peek inside to see what my room says about me. She's probably just as disappointed as I am as we peer into my room. The walls are plain. A boring gray mattress sits on a wooden bed frame with a folded duvet or duvet on top emblazoned with the school emblem, as well as a pair of white pillows. A disused PC that looks like it's from the 80s is sitting on a desk in the far corner of the room. There is also a stack of paper and an assortment of office-style pens and pencils. Oh, it's nice! She's trying to inject as much false enthusiasm as she can muster, but neither Gangle nor I are particularly impressed with this room. Sorry if I'm not as impressive as everyone else's room. Or, sorry if it's not as impressive as everyone else's room. I blurt out. No, it's fine. I think it's cool that it's plain like this. It gives you a lot of room to customize it for yourself. Or customize it yourself. We both look at each other. Every once in a while, one of us tries to start a conversation, but neither of us can keep one alive for long. Well, I'll leave you to your new room. Yeah. A part of me wants her to stay so I don't have to confront my bland and depressing room alone, but I also know it would just make things more awkward. Thanks for showing me to my room, Gangle. No problem. I'll see you tomorrow in class. She's asking me if I'm going to bother showing up tomorrow. The thought of it trying to run or just hiding in my room is appealing. Or the thought of trying to run or just hiding in my room is appealing, but I couldn't abandon Gangle like that. Yeah, I promise. Gangle offers me a shy smile as she leads out of my room. Or as she heads out of my room. I just stand there for a while, trying to adjust to my new home. Bum, ba-da-ba-da-bum, ba-da-ba-ba-da-dum, ba-da-ba-da-da-bum-bum-bum-bum-bum-bum-bum, ba-da-ba-da-bum, ba-da-ba-ba-da-dum, ba-da-da-ba-da-da, bum-bum-bum, ba-da-da-da-da, ba-da-da-da-da, ba-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da- Okay, I'm done. Ya terminé. I stand there for so long, I almost don't notice as a piece of paper slips under my door. I turn around to pick it up. It's a drawing by Gangle. Welcome to our school. Ah, that's some cute anime chibi right there. Eso es algo bien tierno de anime. Woo. She drew herself in her sailor uniform, smiling. Underneath, she has written the caption, "Welcome to our school." She's so adorable. I find a container of thumbtacks and push one into the wall above my bed, decorating my room with Gangle's art. It's a small piece in a mostly blank room, but it's something, and I'm so grateful to Gangle for trying to make me feel comfortable here. Maybe things won't be so awful. I lay down on my bed, defeated by the day. It doesn't take long for me to drift to sleep. It doesn't feel like I was sleeping long when the lights in my room flash on, as if overridden by some remote console. The room to my dorm flies open as confetti sprays from the fire sprinkler. Doesn't that violate some sort of building safety code? Hello, my darling toy box characters! Principal Kane announces from what sounds like the hallway. Oh, well, time to investigate. Kane, what the fuck are you trying to pull this at this late at night? Or this late at night? It's Tubal with her anime body pillow. Es Tubal con su almohada de corporal. And then Pomni's just like, what? Pomni está como, ¿qué? And then Ragatha's as normal as can be, I guess. As neutral. Y Ragatha está la más neutral que pueda ser, no sé. And of course, Zubal's expression makes sense. La expresión de Zubal tiene sentido. Where's Jackson? ¿Dónde está Jax? Aha! Zubal? His laugh is fast, forced, and manic, as if he's used to this treatment, but but none too pleased by it. You're lucky I even let you get sleep. This he blurts out in a harsh monotone before recovering his cheery demeanor. I'm here because, even with the Culture Fair pulling in new viewers, we're still not hitting the numbers that the Academy needs us to. Which is why I've secured us a sponsorship. He stretches out the last word, using some sort of effect to apply an ethereal reverb to his words. Without further ado, I introduce you all to a drumroll from somewhere in the background. Ragatha looks a little more awake, but the rest of us are still trying to shake off sleep to understand what exactly Principal Cain is talking about. The Wacky Watch! You see, the vendors for Wacky Watch have been having trouble finding a good audience for their product. But now we have the perfect setting! Teen drama! But we're adults. I'm actually... Now, Gangle. I know this is a lot to take in, which is why I've already taken the liberty of affixing a Wacky Watch to each of your wrists. Each of us glanced down. To my shock, the watch is already on my wrist. How did it get there? What the... Don't try removing them either. They've been affixed to your wrists with a very special adhesive. And if you do try to remove them, let's just say they'll be taking a little piece of you with them. I can hear Gangle beginning to whine as she panics. To whine as panic sets in. Tommy tugs at her Wacky Watch, but no matter how hard she tugs, the wristwatch stays affixed. Her glove stretches like a rubber band as she pulls at the watch. Ragatha just looks down with a resigned sigh. Cain, I can't remove the arm with the Wacky Watch. What the fuck? Principal Cain ignores our complaints as he continues to monologue. Oh yeah, by the way, TikTok, if you're gonna negate my appeal just because I said the word sponsorship, I am not actually sponsoring anything, nor am I actually sponsored by anyone. That's literally just the line of this game. Que, o sea, TikTok, si me cancelas o si niegas mi apelación porque mencioné la palabra de patrocinamientos, pues no lo dije porque nadie me está patrocinando, ni tampoco estoy patrocinando a nadie. Literalmente es una línea dicho en este juego que estoy jugando ahorita mismo. So don't even get stupid, TikTok. No te vuelvas estúpido, TikTok. It's like, but meanwhile, Kick, Twitch, and YouTube, y'all are good, right? Twitch, Kiki, y YouTube, ustedes están bien, están buenos, ¿verdad? Anyways. You see, my turtle doves, in order to secure the funding we need to make it to day 5 at the Culture Fair, I need you to wear the Wacky Watch. I need you to wear the Wacky Watches at all times. Luckily, I secured a deal where I don't need all of you to do ad reads. But it is of paramount importance that none of you insult or try to disable your Wacky Watches. Good luck with school life. Can't wait to see what you do with the Culture Fair. Bye. He stretched out of the last syllable as his body folds in on itself, an infinite number of times disappearing from sight. Well, I know this isn't ideal, but at least we can talk to each other now. Should make communicating about the Culture Fair easier. Or should make communicating about the Culture Fair easier. With the sound of breaking glass, Gangle's comedy mask shatters and falls from her face. Tears up well in her eyes. I don't want a Wacky Watch! Seeing the situation unfolding before her, Pomni pipes up. Well, I think it could be useful. And look, Gangle, there is even a picture chat function. There's even a picture chat function where you can send people things you draw. Pomni goes over to Gangle, lifting her wrist and pointing out the picture chat feature. That's kind of nice. Gangle sniffles. Yeah, that's the right spirit, Pomni. Now let's all get some sleep before classes start again tomorrow. Everyone's door closes. I heard a muffled sound from Jax's door. What the heck? Why is there a wacky stuck to my arm? Or why is there a watch stuck to my arm? What the heck? Why is there a watch stuck to my arm? I decide to hide in my room before Jax looks for someone to take out his frustration on. I flick my dorm lights off as I close my door. I check my wacky watch. I got a picture of chat from Gangle. It looks like she may have used a filter for her profile picture. Ah, that does look cool. Eso sí parece, tío, chido. I hate it here. Lo odio aquí. Principal Kane stinks. LOL. I really appreciate the time you spent with me today, Minor Mole. From sitting next to me in class today to being nice about my art. I know this place isn't very fun, but I hope we can keep spending time together. You're pretty cool, Gangle. I really like drawing posters with you today. Even if my art skills need work. We didn't even get to see my art this time, ni vimos mi arte esta vez. Well, I mean, I guess not that I technically showed it off in the Zubul run either. Digo, no que técnicamente lo enseñé en el run de Zubul tampoco, por decir. I'm gonna save just in case. Voy a guardar la partida por si acaso. Alright. I really think everyone can do art if they try. And I can help you with some pointers if you want. That sounds perfect, Gangle. Your art on the picture chat is so cool, by the way. Thanks, Mitermal. I hope you keep choosing to spend time with the art club. As long as you don't make fun of my art too much. And then laughs. Sleep well, Gangle. We got a lot of art to work on tomorrow. I guess that's another thing. I don't know if this is on purpose or if it's an oversight. No sé si esto es a propósito, pues, algo que que no le pusieron atención. The text doesn't fully fit in the bubbles. Que los textos no quedan bien en las burbujas. You too! Looking forward to it! Happy face. Cara feliz. I eventually get to sleep, but I can't stop thinking of Gangle and how her cute smile is. Or how cute her smile is. I want to be the best friend I can be to her. But I leave those thoughts for another day as sleep overtakes me. Day 1. Complete. El primer día completo. I yawn as I awake in my room. The clock on my wacky watch says it's morning, but the only way I can tell is from the sliver of sunlight peeking from under the door. I slide in my school-issue pajamas off and look in the closet. A series of perfectly pressed school uniforms are there, with a little tag on the sleeve of the nearest one. I take a closer look. Looks like Kane left me a note. Hi, Minor Mole. This is Principal Kane. As part of your stay at our lovely academy, you have been provided a set of uniforms, free of charge. The price of your dorm is also included in your tuition payment. You're doing a splendid job keeping Gangle's comedy mask intact, you precocious little scamp. As long as you stay the course and keep her confidence up, I'm sure you two can produce some truly fine art to build hype for the culture fair. Best of luck! As I pull my uniform over my wacky watch, I glance down at it. I have a text from Gangle. I'm about to head to school. What want to join me? I'm waiting outside Gangle's door for a few minutes as she keeps getting ready. Oh no! Oh dear! Oh no! Is she okay in there? Gangle, is everything alright? I'm fine! Don't come in! She says that, but I checked my wacky watch. If we don't leave soon, we're going to be late. I don't know what the consequence for that is, but seeing how omnipotent Principal Kane is, and how impatient he can be, I don't want to risk his wrath. Like the oblivious lead in some kind of dating game. I push the door open. The sight that greets me is a surprise, to say the least. Fíjate ese mes. Nos tocó esta imagen. Gangle has tripped, her skirt spread about her knees. She is desperately holding down the part of the skirt between her legs as the breeze from the door begins to lift. Gangle! Animal, get out, you pervert! That was an accident. Eso fue un accidente. I'm sorry. The words barely leave my mouth before Gangle starts pelting me with various art objects lying about her. A pencil, a protractor, and several crumpled up drawings make impact with my head as I close my eyes and stumble out of the room. I wait patiently for her to emerge from her room and tell me off. Or for Zubo to snap my neck from behind for perving on their best friend. Oh shit, no. A few minutes later, Gangle has collected herself and is ready to leave. Gangle, I'm sorry. Gangle huffs, turning away from me. Minor Mole, I didn't take you for the kind of person who won't respect a girl's privacy. I genuflect before her. I'm really sorry, Gangle. She turns slightly towards me, opening an eye to check if I'm sincere. My apology and the position I have taken are evidently enough to earn her forgiveness. Okay, we can still walk to school together. She offers her hand, or what part of her ribbon arm serves as her hand. But no trying to get a sneak peek of my skirt, you perv! Oh my gosh! I love su chingada madre! I nod, apologizing again. Gangle, I'm so sorry. That sort of thing never happens to me. I really didn't mean to see anything I wasn't supposed to. Gangle nods sagely. Good, let's go. The walk to homeroom is brisk. There's a chill in the morning air, and we have to speed walk just to make it in before the first bell. We talk about the art for the festival, and somehow we start talking about our favorite anime shows. I really like Xenon Evangels of Exodus. Is that basically this world's version of Neon Genesis Evangelion? O sea, esta es la versión de este juego de Neon Genesis Evangelion? Yes or no? Dios, sí o no? Oh, me too! My earlier foibles? Okay, my earlier foibles? What the heck is a foible? Foibles are forgotten as we step into the school, engrossed in our conversation. It really turned a lot of people's tropes of mech anime on their head and inspired so many other works. I know Horikoshi Aki wasn't very happy with the reception of the finale, but I really think it's a masterpiece. Yeah, I like that scene where the Red Ranger just wastes all those artificial evangels and then takes the Mega Spear to the face. That's such a brutal moment. Gangle gives me the disappointed look. Yeah, I guess that was cool too. Oh no, por favor! I take my seat next to her as we step in. I guess she was looking for more than just a surface reading. But I like your reading too. Maybe we can watch it again together, and you can point out all the scenes you like and what they mean. Her smile returns. That could be fun. But before you watch anime with me, you need to be initialized. Initialized? We need to train your eyes so you can see the deeper meaning behind the text. So, like, my eye for detail? Exactly. Okay, how will I do that? I'm gonna send you some anime recommendations. I grin. She's pretty funny under that shy demeanor. Please let me know some recommendations. Gangle giggles as she tries to hide her excitement. I have a master list on my Wacky Watch I can send to you. Oh shit, ay mierda. Like seriously, okay, real talk, this basically has actually happened to me. Well, the whole overwhelming list. Que esto sí me ha pasado, esto sí me ha pasado, en la vida real, actualmente. Que alguien sí me manda una listota grande. And I'm not even close to halfway done. Ni estoy cerca de la mitad de terminar esa lista. She excitedly begins to tap on her Wacky Watch, already sending me titles. None of these are weird anime, right? She puffs her cheeks at me. Ah! Stop talking, Minerval! Ya no hables mi Nermol! Says the one who tried to look at my skirts this morning. Gangle, he said that was an accident. We laugh as Zubul sits down behind us. Zubul doesn't have anything to say to us. She's still pissed off at us. Todavía está enojada con nosotros. They seem visibly uncomfortable as Gangle and I keep talking. I can't help but feel guilty for my part in their argument. For her part, Gangle also casts a concerned look Zubul's way every once in a while. I should at least talk to Gangle later about what happened. Maybe I'll get on both of their good sides if I can help them get past their disagreement in the courtyard yesterday. Instead of going for lunch, I decided to look for Zubul. Finding them took practically no time at all. They're sitting alone in the courtyard. Gangle's also in the courtyard, but sitting at a different table. I sit down at Zubul's table first. Hey, Zubul. Zubul doesn't answer me as they pick at their plate. I know you and Gangle got into it yesterday. Instead of responding, Zubul just begins to pick more aggressively at their food, skewering like a shrimp like they were executing a criminal. And I know I played a role in escalating things. You think? Or you think? They snap at me, but at least we're talking now. Yeah, I know. I'm a jerk for making things worse. I just saw Gangle getting her feelings hurt and I said the first thing that came to mind. Gangle and I go way further than you've ever been here. That's not hard to since I've only been here 1.5 days, but I keep that to myself. You had no right acting like you were protecting her from me when I was just venting about Kane, making me out to be the bad guy. Our conversation is so loud it has attracted Gangle's attention. Zubul, leave Minerval alone! Minerval came to me because they regret what they said yesterday. Gangle, come on. We've known each other for a long time. You can't really let this clown break our friendship. Was that a jab at me? But again, I can't deny that Zubul is right. It wouldn't be completely right for Gangle to just abandon their friendship because I started something. Why are you two fighting again? It's my fault, isn't it? I ruined everything! Gangle's comedy masks break down in the middle of tears flowing freely from the comedy mask underneath. Gangle, I'm sorry. I wasn't being fair to Zubul yesterday. What? Yeah, I was being kind of a... I trail off searching for the words. Jack shit, or jackass. I nod. Yeah, a jackass. I saw you upset and I just reacted immediately instead of thinking about what Zubul was really trying to say. Gangle turns to Zubul. Is that really true? Do you not really hate the culture fairs? Okay, do you not really hate the culture fair, Zubul? She manages to stifle her tears just long enough to ask them. No, I hate the culture festival. Gangle's frown begins to whiten as tears prick at the edges of her mask again. But I know it means a lot to you, and if caring about it and doing our best to make art is what you want, then as your friend, I promise I'll do my best to help. Oh, Zubul! Gangle says Zubul's name, but she throws her arms around Zubul and me at the same time, holding both of us close. Zubul glowers at me a bit, still not fully over the fact I picked a fight between them, but it's quite enough that Gangle doesn't notice. Gangle turns to face Zooble. Zooble, you're my best friend! Gangle turns to face me. Minermal, I've only known you a little while, but I really appreciate you spending time with me. The culture fair means so much to me. Gangle wipes at her tears. I asked Kane to propose it to the student body for me, but I actually came up with it. I really want to share this with both of you. Oh, so that's the lore dump? Ese es el tiradero de lore? Zooble looks shocked at the revelation, then immediately guilty. Oh my god. Gangle, I'm so sorry. I wouldn't have said anything about it if I knew it was your idea. I only hated it because I thought Kane came up with it. It's okay, Zooble. I forgive you. I stand with Zooble and Gangle for a long time in Gangle's delicate embrace. Okay, not gonna lie, I also would feel like an idiot if I were in this situation. Digo, estoy hablando honesto, también me sentiría como un idiota si yo estuviera en esta situación. Finally, Gangle finds her composure. So, can we go to the art classroom together as friends? I don't see why we can't. What about you, Minermal? You doing anything this afternoon? Not really. I don't think they even take roll at my afternoon classes. Good. You're coming with us. Are we all ready to get started? I'm ready. Me too. Gangle motions for me to sit next to her as we start our poster ideas. Or as we start on our poster ideas. I really like to draw manga and anime characters, but maybe I can help you too. She sounds super excited. My heart skips a beat at her exuberant voice and the sweet smile that warms her face. I noticed your art could use some work, but I really think once you get the right line of work on the page, everything else is less important. Let's start drawing. How about you draw somebody you know? My mouth goes dry as I try to think of somebody other than Gangle to draw. But I can't. I pick my pencil hesitantly, every line crooked and wavy as I try to desperately avoid drawing something so bad that Gangle will think it's meant to insult her. The final result is distorted, crooked, wide in the places it should be thin. And thin in the places it should be wide. Gangle plucks it off my desk, holding it right in front of her face as she rotates it left, then right, completely lost as to what it's supposed to be. Or what it's supposed to be. She finally leans over to me, speaking under her breath so Zooble can't hear us. Zooble doesn't wear a sailor uniform, Minerval. And I really don't think they would appreciate this drawing. I breathe a sigh of relief at the case of mistaken identity. Still, it's a testament to how unready I am to draw that my Gangle drawing looks like Zooble. Here, I'll draw something, and you can watch my line work, and then you can sketch it for reference. Gangle smiles at the genius of her own idea. She spends a few moments scratching out some lines, but by the time she's done, she has a portrait of a beautiful, slender anime girl with long hair wearing a frilly dress. You don't have to dress or any other details. Or you don't have to do the dress or any other details. Just try the face. I try to draw the face at first, but I end up giving them the figure the square jawline of a grizzled combat veteran. Whoa, that is oddly specific. Eso es inusualmente específico. I crumple up the paper and start again. The next chin I draw is way too sharp. She looks like something out of a child's nightmare. Hoo-hoo-y. I finally get the chin and general face right. But when I go to add hair, I realize I've drawn the face in such a way that I can't mimic the hair Gangle drew for the character. I try to improvise, but Gangle just shakes her head behind me. Minermal, you're wasting paper that we need for the festival. Here, just let me... Gangle stands behind me, grabbing the pencil in my hand. Her sailor uniform presses into my back as I stand there frozen. Now I'm sweating for a whole different reason. Her ribbon hand gently guides my pencil as it glides across the paper, drawing a perfect chin, neck, and hair. She furrows her brow as she concentrates on guiding my hand to draw the eyes. We're both so close right now that I can barely focus. Gangle? Come on, just a moment, minor mole. Are you paying attention to what I'm doing with the pencil? You could say that. I'm paying attention to a lot of things right now. She finishes the drawing and I breathe a breath of relief as she stands up from behind me. Did you learn anything from that? I think so. Gangle smiles at me. Good. Now try it again. I imagine Gangle right behind me, guiding me with her gentle strength through each line. The feeling of her pressed against me is so etched into my memory. Dang it. Am I starting to sexualize her sooner than Zubul? Actually, no. It was technically no later, I think, if anything. Creo que más... No sé si le estoy sexualizando más tarde que a Zubul, creo. Más tarde que más pronto. I can actually recall the line work, how deep to make the jawline, how to think of the art and layers so I don't trap myself by drawing an impossible line. Even the gentle curve of her eyes and how to add lashes. I managed to make a decent copy using Gangle's art as reference. Gangle's eyes are sparkling in amazement as she looks at my art. Wow! That was much better, Minor Mole! If you can keep this level of work up, you can use any of my posters that you like as reference and help us make progress. I smile. As long as you're willing to sit behind me and guide my pencil next time. Gangle blushes, realizing the intimacy of the moment we shared only after the fact. You know. She giggles nervously. You really needed to improve it. You know, sometimes you have to learn line work from... That is... She's a nervous mess and as a blush creeps across her mask. I'm just teasing you, Gangle. I think I got the hang of it now. Though I wouldn't say no to any more lessons. Sure, lessons, sí. Clases or lecciones. Gangle manages to compose herself, but the blush never fully leaves her face. Well, only if you work hard and really earn them. I can't stop smiling, and Gangle can't stop blushing even as the bell to dismiss classes rings. This is a really good way to spend my afternoon. As the last bell rings, we make our way to the lockers. Did you get the list I sent you of anime you should watch? I glance down at my wacky watch. Sure enough, there's a long list of anime and a text from Gangle, neatly organized from all-time best to guilty pleasure. ¡Ah! Los mejores hasta, pues, placer culpable. Bueno, no sé si se le dice eso así en español. I don't know if that's how you say it in Spanish. But that is the literal translation, pero esa sí es la traducción literal. Wow, this list is pretty long. Make sure you want to watch as many episodes as you can! I'll start as soon as I get back to the dorms, or I gotta check my schedule first. I don't know if I'll have time for anime with my homework tonight. Nah, fuck homework! I'm gonna watch anime! Ah, la chingada la tarea, voy a mirar anime. Okay, well, of course, in all seriousness, kids, prioritize homework over anime. Digo, pero hablando en serio, niños, denle más prioridad a sus tareas antes que al anime. Okay, I'm gonna ignore that for now. Again, voy a ignorar eso por ahorita. Good! She says that in a little louder than she probably means to. I know you'll love them! Gangle gives me a nervous smile, folding in on herself a little. I hope I like these animes as much as Gangle does. I find Gangle at the school entrance. Ready to walk home, Minor Mole? I nod, stepping out into the cool autumn afternoon with Gangle. Thanks for waiting up for me. Where's Zubul? They said they were going to talk to Ragatha about what kind of art she wants for the culture festival. She giggles nervously. Guess it's just us. I nod. Yes, it is. As we walk to the dorms, Gangle seems fixated on her wacky watch, constantly pressing buttons or sketching art on it. I lean over a bit too close and accidentally bump against her. Gangle jumps as I brush her shoulder. Minor Mole! She shrieks. Don't surprise me like that! I lean over to peer at Gangle's wacky watch. Oh, nice! Que chido! Instead of the default icon, she has made a cutesy anime-style icons for all of the apps on the wacky watch. Okay, that is genuinely cool. Eso sí es chido genuinamente. Wow, Gangle. I'm breathless. These icons are so cool. You really think so, Minor Mole? Yeah. How did you do that? Gangle taps the tip of her ribbons together shyly. Oh, it's just an app. I'm sure you can make icons for your wacky watch too. None of them would look this good though. Gangle blushes again. Surprisingly, for someone who has the most apprehensive about the wacky watches, or for someone who was the most apprehensive about the wacky watches, she seems to be using it the most. We've just reached the dorm building. Excuse me. As I walk to Gangle to her room, I searched feebly for a reason to spend more time with her, but I find none. Hey Gangle, it was really nice hanging out today. I didn't say hey Google, I said hey Gangle.
Great time.
Like, shut up phone, cállate teléfono. Dije hey Gangle, no dije hey Google. Yeah, it was. She gives me a shy smile. If you want to, maybe you can text me what anime you're watching. Then I can try to watch the same episodes in my room and we can talk about it. I nod, excited at the idea of spending all night texting Gangle. That sounds like a lot of fun. Good. Good. We stand there awkwardly for a moment. Okay, well, I'm gonna get going to my room so I can start watching those anime, okay? Okay! We stand there for another few seconds just smiling at each other before I actually leave for my room. Hey Griffin, you can't read anime subtitles if you don't learn to read. Ah, hey Griffin, how you doing? As I sit down at my desk, realization hits me like a brick to the forehead. My computer doesn't work. I walk out of my dorm looking for anyone who can help me. I eventually see Zubul. Hey Zubul. Hey Minor Mole. Did you need something? Yeah, Gangle recommended me some anime for me to watch, but I realized I don't even have a working computer. Is there anywhere I can watch TV or something? Well, there's a working computer in the lounge. But make sure you use the headphones. Sometimes other students go in there to hang out, and they probably don't want to listen to whatever anime you're watching. I nod. Thanks, Zubul. To the lounge. It's pretty nice as far as lounges go. I spy an old PC in the corner of the room. Jackpot! I walk over to the computer and plug the headphones into the jack, going on watch anime wherever.rus to watch some pirated anime. Okay, not gonna lie, I kinda wanna type that. Quiero poner eso. Dude, imagine if this actually takes me somewhere. Imagínate si eso me lleva a algún lugar. Okay. It actually took me to some Russian websites. Me llevó a unos sitios webs rusos. Wow. No, like, I'm gonna type this here letter by letter. And, okay, here it is. I have it typed there. Lo tengo escrito ahí. You see? Russian, ruso, or I guess Cyrillic. Bueno, más bien cirílico. Okay, well, now that that's out of the way, ya que quité eso. Okay, I kind of noticed the TADC theme in this. Creo que medio escucho el tema de EACD en esto. Okay, but yeah, anyway, not an actual website, no es un sitio web actual. The first anime on Gengo's list is Blue Butler. You are the 999,999th visitor. Congratulations, you won. Click here to claim. Oh, look at all those ads. Miren esos anuncios. Cute single girl in your area. Chat now. See, even in the game we cannot. Okay, even in a well done game we cannot escape ads. Hasta en un juego fan bien hecho no podemos escapar de los anuncios. I'll read over the summary before starting the first episode. A knight from hell is forced into a pact by a rich kid who blinds him into the body of a butler and makes the hell knight help him avenge his family. As I start the first episode, my ears are assailed by a Cockney accent so bad, it feels like the voice actor had a vendetta against the British. Oi, Sebastian! You're the most handsome butler who ever buttled! I simply am. Good as hell at being a butler. I get so distracted by the voice acting, I almost forget to text Angle about the anime I'm watching. I'm watching Blue Butler right now. A few other students walk into the lounge and start making spaghetti, but they pay me no mind as I watch Gangle's recommendation. She texts me back before the first episode is half over. OMG, that one is so cute! Who's your favorite member of the serving staff aside from Sebastian? I think for a moment. Randolph, I guess, I think is kind of funny how he's super strong but super clumsy. I'm not even actually watching this, ni estoy viendo esto actualmente. I'm just going by text, estoy yendo por texto. As I watch the episode, Sebastian and his charge, Chris Hampton 5, are trying to investigate a murder in a museum. Randolph turns into the room enthusiastically, but accidentally collides with a dinosaur's leg bone, knocking it over on top of Chris and Sebastian, pinning them in a place while Randolph apologizes for his gaffe. I can't help but laugh out loud, earning me a confused look from Ragatham Pomni, who are in the middle of boiling pasta, but they quickly go back to cooking. I guess Randolph is okay. I like Fade In. The girl who just chases Sebastian around all the time? It's funny and cute the way she chases him around. I shrug. In the middle of the next episode, Sebastian ends up catching Chris as he falls from a building. As Sebastian sprawls in the snow behind his young charge, the two end up in a rather suggestive position. I decided to text Kingle about her questionable choice in anime. Is this one of those boy love anime? Oh, please don't piss her off, por favor. ¿Por qué dijiste eso? Why did you say that? Stop judging it. There's just some cute scenes. The mangaka is just a little weird about the relationship between Sebastian and Chris. Isn't Sebastian like 666 years old and Chris is barely a teenager? Oh my gosh! Ah, su madre! Okay, now you're making her angry. Ahora la estás enojando. If you're just gonna judge it, skip it! Don't complain about my favorite animes! Just teasing you. Tsundere, look! Mirada tsundere! Meanie! I keep watching Blue Butler late into the night, texting with Gangle until I feel a gentle tap on my shoulders. Don't let it be King, no, que no sea King. Oh, it's our RA, Ragatha. She motions for me to take my headphones off enough to hear her, which I do. Hey, Minor Mole, don't you think it's getting kind of late? I look around myself to see that it's completely dark outside. Ragatha and Pomni manage to cook and eat dinner and go back to their dorms. I completely lost track of time, texting Gangle and watching anime. Oh, sorry. It's no trouble, Minor Mole. You must really like that show. Ragatha peers at the scene, and of course it's another weird sequence. This time, Sebastian and Chris ended up in a sauna together, and Sebastian's towel fell off. You can't see anything, but Chris is blushing furiously, and a lot is being implied. Why is anime always like this when someone else walks into the room? I know, right? Digo, en serio, ¿verdad? ¿Por qué siempre todo lo sexual sucede cuando alguien entra? Like, why is all the sexual stuff happening when someone enters? Or I guess suggestive, but I mean still. Bueno, sugestivo, pero bueno, como sea. Minor Mole. I didn't think I'd have to tell you this, but you can't watch porn in the lounge. But porn! Porno! What? Wow, Ragata! A su madre, Ragata! Not all anime is porn or hentai. No todos los animes son porno hentai. This isn't porn. I try defensively, but it's really hard to defend the scene, especially as Chris blushes furiously, and the characters on scene react suggestively to Sebastian's exposed manhood. Holy shit! La madre! I'll turn it off. I think that would be best. Or, I think that would be best. She watches me as I close out of the browser and turn off the computer. As I leave, she pulls out a bottle of hand sanitizer and cleans the computer station. Okay, I was thinking something else. Estaba pensando otra cosa. I'm gonna need to find a new place to watch anime. I walk back to my room, heading hung low. As I lay down, I get another text from Gangle. So, you still watching Butler Blue? Ragatha caught me in the middle of the sauna episode. She asked me to not use the lounge computer. She didn't exactly say that, but I have a feeling that it was implied. Oh, boo! How about we watch anime on the library computer together tomorrow? I'll tell Ragatha we're using it to get references for our art for the culture festival. Ah! Wow! Sounds fun. But let's keep it to a PG anime. I don't want anyone thinking I watch those sorts of shows. It's just a few bad scenes. The sauna scene isn't even that bad. When Chris gets poisoned and Sebastian has to massage the antidote lotion into his back, that's a spicy scene. Okay, who's the perv now? ¿Quién es la pervertida ahora? She's so cute. Oh look, the drawing's here. Aquí está el dibujo. Even when she's being a weirdo. How about no anime with massage scenes? Fine. I'll pick something safe for school for tomorrow. I look forward to it. Me too. Sleep well, Gangle. You too, Minor Bull. I'm really happy I chose to spend today with Gangle. If I get to keep spending this kind of time with her, I think I'll enjoy every day I spend at the school. Alright, day 2 complete. I wipe the sleep from my eyes as my wacky watch blares an alarm. What happened last night? Somebody's knocking very loudly at my door. Minor Bull! Gangle whines from the other side of the door. Wake up! Wake up? I glance at the clock on my wacky watch. It's 7:45 a.m. 15 minutes past when I'm supposed to be at homeroom. Oh my god! Gangle, I'm sorry, I didn't realize how late I slept. It's quite a few moments before Gangle responds. It's okay, she says, though she doesn't sound too happy. Also, 7:45 a.m. is like, outside of those who attend school in Houston, Texas, who goes to high school that early? Like, and I'm not talking about 0 hour. Digo, fuera de los que van a escuela en Houston, Texas, ¿quiénes se van y quiénes comienzan la escuela tan temprano? Digo, fuera de los que tienen, digo, actividades extracurriculares. Digo, sí, extracurriculares. Como atléticas, o las clases atléticas, o banda, o no sé qué. Like, you know, like outside of athletics or marching band. And yes, I say specifically Houston, Texas because, well, through my job, well, actually, let me say this first. Déjame decir esto primero. My high school, we started at 9 and went all the way to 4:15. Well, of course, not including 0 hour. Que en mi escuela comenzamos en, or I should say my school in Austin, Texas. Que mi escuela en Austin, Texas, comenzamos a las 9 y pues terminamos a las 4:15. Claro, no incluyendo las clases de 0 horas. And then, of course, when I go to college in San Antonio, digo, claro, cuando voy al colegio en San Antonio, you know, San Antonio, Texas, o sea, San Antonio, Texas. Then, you know, I found out that there are high schools that start around, like, what is it, 8 or 8:30, more or less. Que me entero de que hay escuelas que comienzan como a las 8, 8:30, algo así. And then, of course, even when I went to go teach a year in Presidio, Texas, digo, hasta también cuando fui a enseñar un año en Presidio, Texas, their high school also started roughly at around 8, que su escuela la escuela para los de Presidio también comenzaron más o menos como a las 8. And I think they were also around like 8 to 4. Creo que también estaban como de las 8 a 4. And then, of course, like, a few years ago, up until, well, the start of the school year, y luego, claro, desde hace unos años hasta el principio de este año escolar, I mean, high schools, well, at least for Laredo ISD, not United ISD, bueno, las escuelas preparatorias, bueno, al menos para el distrito escolar de Laredo y no de United, like, their schools started, well, they started at 8:20, but now they started at 8:30, and now they, was it 4:10 instead of 4, I think? Que pues sí, antes comenzaban a las 8:20, pero ahora ya comienzan a las 8:30. And then before they ended at 4, but now they end at 4:10. Bueno, antes sí terminaron a las 4, pero ahora terminan a las 4:10. Like I say, United ISD I think is similar. Creo que el distrito de United creo que también es similar. But no, yeah, now fast forward, now going to my present day job. Ahora yendo a mi trabajo actual. Well, I'm still basically in that Laredo, Nuevo Laredo area. Mientras que básicamente ya, digo, sigo en esa área de Laredo y Nuevo Laredo. My job has had me travel to Houston for a couple of occasions. Que mi trabajo me ha hecho viajar hasta Houston por unas ocasiones. And lo and behold, Aldine ISD starts at very early, que el distrito de Aldine comienza muy pronto. Was it like, I think 7:30 or after, I think. Creo que a las 7:30 antes. But, I mean, of course, at least starting that early, they also end school sooner. Like, what was it? Right before 3, if I'm not mistaken. Que pues, claro, pues comenzando más pronto, pues también salen de la escuela más pronto, como que casi a las 3, creo que sí recuerdo bien. So, I mean, you take what you get, I suppose, digo. Agarras lo que te dan, bueno, digo. Okay, but going back to the game, ahora regresando al juego. She says, though she doesn't sound happy. Just get ready already. I don't like how everyone looks at me when I'm late. I struggle throughout into my unlit room, stumbling into my closet door and groping around till I find a uniform to yank off the hanger. Are you okay, Minor Bull? Just a minute. I flop around my room like a fish out of water, but I flop around my room like a fish out of water. Okay, I cannot sound like the SpongeBob pirate at all. Que ni puedo sonar como el pirata de Bob Esponja. Okay, but after banging against my bed frame at the desk, I managed to pull my uniform in. I make my way over to the door, opening it to be greeted by the glare of sunlight. Ah! Hi! I squint at Gangle. Let me try this. Déjame intentar esto. I squint at Gangle, who looks uncomfortable with how late we already are. Okay. Okay, I think that's good. Eso es bueno. Okay. Who looks uncomfortable with... I squint at Gangle, who looks uncomfortable with how late we already are. Sorry. Ready to go. She smiles. It's okay, Minor Ball. Don't you usually walk with Zubul too? Gangle taps her ribbons together shyly. Yeah, we ended up waiting so long that Zubul left on their own. So it's just you and me today. She offers a nervous chuckle. I won't complain about spending more time with you. Gangle giggles, looking away from me as she blushes. We make our way out of the dorms and start walking towards the school. The last bell chimes and Gangle slows her pace. Gangle, weren't you worried about being late? I was! But that's the last bell. At this point, it doesn't matter how late we are. We're going to get marked tardy anyways. She seems oddly relaxed about this. You're okay with that? Gangle shrugs. I mean, sometimes you just gotta accept things are the way they're going to be. Wow, that's pretty grounded of you, Gangle. I thought we might be late when I stayed to walk you to class. She admits shyly. Maybe we can just go to the cafeteria and get a snack before going to class. I ended up eating my dry ramen noodles and rice crackers for dinner last night. I look at her in shock. I don't know what sort of nutrition a red ribbon with a comedy mask needs, but that still seems unhealthy. How do you have enough energy to even get up if that's all you ate? Gangle shrugs again. That's what I ate back when I was in college and worked fast food. The mention of working in fast food sends a chill down my back. Uy. Okay, I'm just trying to act the part. Estoy tratando de actuar la parte. My first summer job was at Sputzi's. You know, because we legally cannot say McDonald's here. Que mi primer trabajo fue en Sputzi's porque legalmente no podemos decir McDonald's aquí. I remember getting splattered with hot grease, having to wear a face shield when working with the stupid sauce, cleaning up bathrooms that looked like biohazards. Holy shit, a su madre! Still, it's something we have in common, so I decide to make conversation. What position did you work? I used to be a fry cook. Oh, I was a manager. A manager? That's pretty impressive. Gangle gives me an awkward look. Yeah, I guess so. She seems uncomfortable and changes the subject. So, did you like Blue Butler? Aside from the part where you got kicked out of the lounge? I pause for a moment, genuinely thinking about my answer. Yes. Gangle claps her ribbons. I don't know, I guess that's how you clap ribbons. Así es como aplaudes rollos, medallas, no sé. Oh yeah, clap a ribbon. Good. I'd like it if you gave it a chance. One of my first anime crushes was Sir Bastion. I chuckle. Really? She whines, frowning. He's so tall and handsome, and he has those fierce, cold blue eyes. Oh, look at those heart-shaped eyes. Miren a esos ojos, digo, en figuras de corazones. But he likes Chris. Hey, yo, what the fuck? ¿A su madre qué? So I don't have a chance with him. Okay, that's... I'm not sure if that's better or worse. No sé si es mejor o peor. He also doesn't really exist, which seems more important. So, Minor Mole, who was your first anime crush? Oh, I racked my brain for a better answer than the truth. Yeah, I don't want to say something suspicious. No quiero decir nada sospechoso. As I try to make up an answer, I can feel Gangle staring at me. It's okay if you don't have one. No. Oh, no, I do. Just promise me. Just promise you won't laugh. Okay. I pause. Guess I'm really gonna confess to this. Princess Eumekia. What? From Code Legas? Yeah. I just liked her long hair and the frilly dress she wore. Wait, hold on. Okay, no, yeah, different people. Personas diferentes. But her biggest moment is when Li Chao accidentally hypnotizes her into killing a bunch of protesters. Holy shit, what? Su madre, ¿qué? Yeah, that was so unfair to her. I clenched my fist. That just came out of nowhere, and then it turns out Li Chao can't control who he hypnotizes, and he just randomly says, "Make sure not to kill those protesters." And somehow the hypno words are, "Kill those protesters." Gangle giggles a bit, but is smiling and nodding as she looks at me. What? I like it when you really care about things. You kind of scrunch up your face and you like to wave your hands around. She blushes before mumbling. It's kind of cute. What? Nothing. I know what I heard. Yeah, I know what I heard. Sí, sé lo que escuché. We make our way into the school and Gangle gently tugs my arm, leading me towards the cafeteria. Gangle eyes the various breakfast options offered before deciding on a Japanese-styled one. She picks up a fish-shaped pastry filled with some kind of sweet paste, and then decides to pick up a cup of yogurt as well. I take a look at all the options. There's some omelet rice that has been set under a heat lamp, and assortment of pastries, and a few rice balls. I decide on the safest option, the rice balls. Gangle and I find a quiet corner, which isn't hard since there aren't any other students here, and start to eat breakfast. Gangle pulls out a book on drawing techniques and begins reading it avidly, holding it between myself and her. Wow, Gangle, I didn't know you took your art so seriously. What? She seems surprised. Your book? Or... Oh yeah! That was weird. Can I borrow it after you're done? No! She practically shouts at me. What? Why not? You wouldn't like it. Wow, you're so judgmental. Que juzgadora eres. It's boring. But if I don't read more art books, how am I going to get better at and help the art club? Come on, let me take a... As I took the book, the cover comes loose, falling off of what Gangle is reading to reveal a hidden manga underneath. Oh, okay, ala. Nice! Que chido! Prince and Popper! R18! Adult only! A forbidden love between boys of two classes. Hey, that's what you were hiding. Eso es lo que estabas escondiendo. So, are you into yaoi? ¿Estás atraída al yaoi o yaoi? Of course, the female version of this would be yuri. Claro, pues la versión femenina de esto sería yuri. Yaoi es male. Yaoi es pues masculino. Bueno, macho más bien. And then y luego Yuri hembra. The cover features two men with the chiseled features. The one on the left is holding the man on the right's chin in his hand. His weirdly big hand. I can't help but notice the R18 stickers plastered all over it. Prince X Popper. On the back reads, "A forbidden love between boys of two classes." Gango clutches her mask in embarrassment. Don't look at it! She snatches the fake cover back and tries to jam the manga volume into it. With a ripping sound, the fake cover tears in half and falls to the floor. Gango looks around, beads of sweating forming at the tips of her mask. Not good! Not good! She tries to unzip her backpack, but in her haste, the zipper gets stuck. Pages of art featuring characters that look surprisingly similar to our classmates spill out. The more tame ones are just solo pieces, but she has drawn Jackson Ragatha, Jackson Pomni, Ragatha and Pomni, in all sorts of compromising positions in one another. Hey, yo, Gango! Ah, sí, Gango! Now I kinda wanna see these. Ahora, bueno, quiero ver estos. There's one particularly explicit one with Ragatha, Pomni, and Jax all together. A threesome? Una relación sexual entre los tres? Jax is wearing a maid uniform. Episode 5, y'all! Episodio 5! Okay, Jax is wearing a maid uniform and is doing something I don't think the real Jax has ever even heard of. Yeah, maybe it's best that the real Jax doesn't know of this. Sí, creo que es mejor que el Jax verdadero nunca sepa de esto. Oh no! I don't know! This isn't what it looks like! I sigh. Gango, you're kind of a freak. It's okay, Gango, let me help you put that away. Should I say she's a freak? No! I want to riz her. It's okay, Gango. Gango looks at me shocked. Really? Yeah, I mean, I have my own questionable tastes sometimes. Wow, I feel attacked. Me siento atacado. And if it's something you like, then nobody should judge you for it. You're really nice to me, Minor Mole. Thank you for not judging me. I helped Gango open her backpack and put the manga volume inside. We finish our breakfast and pack up, getting ready to head to class. I really like sharing breakfast with you, Minor Mole. I'm looking forward to hanging out with you in the art studio later. Me too, Gango. Principal Kane will probably talk to us later about being late. But I'd endure 100 lectures from him if it meant spending more quality time with Gango. Gango and I make our way into class, sitting down in our usual seats. Where were you two? We were already late for class and Gango wanted to get breakfast. You wanted to get breakfast too? I smile. But it was your idea. I tease her. No fair! You were only late because you stayed up watching anime. At that, Zubul turns on me. Yeah, I heard about that. Ragatha said you were watching porn in the lounge? That's... I wasn't... You see, in Blue Butler, I keep trying to come up with an excuse that doesn't make things worse and come up empty each time. Gango seems pleased that the spotlight isn't on her anymore, teaming up with Zubul against the... Oh, well, fuck you, Gango. Ah, chingate, Gango. Yeah, Minor Mole, why were you watching that in the lounge? Well, big fuck you, Gango. Pues grandes, chinga tu madre, Gango. O como dicen en el meme, ¡Concha tu madre! You were the one who told me to watch it. I pointed at her. No, I didn't. She turns to Zubul. They asked me what shows to watch, and they picked that one. Oh, fuck you again! Chingate de nuevo. Zubul shrugs. Just don't do it again. Everybody has to share that computer, and now it's running really slow. Oh yeah, because watching it in an illegal place, porque sí, mirándolo en un lugar ilegal. I gulp. Maybe watching free anime on a shady website wasn't the genius move I thought it was. Gangle and I take notes throughout the lecture. Or at least I do. As I peer over to Gangle's notebook, she has gone back to her drawings. One of them looks somewhat familiar, though it doesn't resemble anyone I can see from where I'm sitting. Wait a second. Is she drawing me? I stay quiet despite her exaggerating some of my physical traits and proportions. She's focusing really hard on the drawing though, and even though there are a few places where it barely resembles me, I can tell she's really enjoying herself. Okay, now you're looting me? Ahora me estás sexualizando? As the lunch bell rings to dismiss the lecture, I tap her on the shoulder. Hey, Gangle. My blank is not that big? Or I like that picture you drew of me. Okay, I actually don't know. What should I go with? ¿Con qué debería ir? What should I go with? ¿Con qué debería de escoger? I don't know what to choose. Yo ni sé qué escoger. Oh boy. Save this for now. Voy a guardar esto por ahorita. You know, just to riz her even more, solo para traerla más. Minor! You weren't supposed to! You do? Yeah, I mean, you took a few liberties with my proportions, but I can really see the resemblance, and I like it a lot. I was going to give it to you after class, but... Keiko tears the page out of her notebook before gently handing it to me. You can have it now. I'm glad you like it. We decide to get lunch together and go to the courtyard. Gangle gets a plate of sashimi, and I get some pork ramen. So, Minor Mole, what do you want to do today? I'm kind of surprised that Gangle is asking me that. Aren't we going to meet Zubul and keep doing art for the fair? I was thinking... Since I still haven't made anything I want to put up in public, maybe we could just go to the library and watch anime instead of working. Okay, I see you. Ya te veo. Even though we should do art for the culture festival, I can't deny the appeal of going to the library with Gangle and slacking off for the day. What to do? Okay, Gangle, we'll watch anime in the library. Gangle, your art is really good. I really want to let our classmates see how good your art is. I'll go with this one. Voy con este. Gangle smiles. Let's go! I'll walk to the library, finding a quieter corner. Pomni is at the main table, still trying to find out what a culture fair is. Holy shit, that's a mother. But pays us no mind as we eventually locate a PC in a remote corner. Okay, let's go to watchanimeonline.rus. Okay, now I need to actually search this up. Ahora tengo que buscar esto también. Okay. Freaking Russian again. Pinche ruso de nuevo. I hope I'm actually not infecting this PC with viruses doing this. Espero no estar infectando mi computadora con viruses haciendo eso. Well, I think it probably only would have actually clicked on a website. Bueno, creo que verdaderamente solo lo haría si estoy verdaderamente haciéndole clic a un sitio web. Don't tell me that's what TikTok thinks I was doing. No me digas que eso es lo que TikTok pensaba que yo estaba haciendo. Those sites have a ton of Crinkle Roll account. Here, let me log in. She swaps seats with me and signs into her account. Hey, so I guess we're committing, well, legal stuff as opposed to piracy. Bueno, estamos cometiendo algo legal, bueno, en vez de piratería. Since we're using my account, let's watch Magical Girl Makuta. Well, I've never been one for magical girl anime, but if it makes Gingle happy, it's alright with me. We use a pair of headphones at the library computer, sitting with our heads pressed together so we can both use one half of the headphones. This series is surprisingly dark. A little into the first episode, Makuta meets a little plastic doll that offers to make her a magical girl. But as the series goes on, it becomes apparent that being a magical girl is super dangerous. One of the characters they meet gets her head chomped off by a giant Venus flytrap monster. Hala! I gasp out loud as the girl falls. Nothing remains of her head as she slumps to the ground. What the fuck? It's a really mature anime, but it changed the magical girl shows for a long time. There are like 5 worse versions of the show that came out after this one. I nod. As we continue watching, I become aware of a presence behind us. Hey there, Gangle. With a click, Jack pulls the headphones out of the computer. High-pitched dialogue in Japanese comes spilling out of the library speakers. Jax! What the? Watching weird shows in the library? He turns to me. After Ragatha asks you to stop watching this kind of stuff in the lounge? Wonder what she would have to say about this. Jax, don't! This can stay our secret. Just walk away and I'll pretend I didn't see you. Okay, just to resume, I mean not Zubul, Gangle. Solo para traer a Gangle. Boring. Whatever. I was just joking anyways. Hey, Shiny Ureli, how are you doing? ¿Cómo estás, Shiny Urele o Urelle? ¿Cómo estás? Leave us alone. Hello, bro. Wait a minute. What the hell is this game name? Okay, this is actually a fan game. It's called The Amazing Digital Dating Simulator. So it's basically the Amazing Digital Circus put in a dating simulator. Or, yeah, I guess in a high school version. It's just, Cake and TikTok didn't really let me title this. YouTube, I mean, of course, didn't either. But surprisingly, Twitch did. Okay, but anyways. Leave us alone. What? You heard me. We're doing something. Leave us alone. There's a flash of anger across his feature before he settles back into a smug smirk. Fine. Fine. Suit yourself. But you really should keep an eye out. His eyes narrow. Ragatha is one thing, but Kane is the one you two should be really worried about. He has eyes everywhere. I really don't think he'd approve if he knew what you two were doing, you know, instead of working on the culture fair. His trademark grin comes back, but that's none of my business. He strides out of the library with an infuriating, cheery demeanor. Hey, Miterball, let's go back to the dorms. Just in case somebody else sees us watching anime instead of working on the culture fair. She laughs nervously. That's a good idea, Gangle. I stutter, trying to hide my nerves. Let's get going. We head out well in advance of the bells to dismiss class. Gangle and I started talking about anime to distract ourselves as we walked to her dorm. The conversation started awkwardly, but as we kept talking, it became more lively. Eventually, we were both fully engrossed in the conversation. to you. I look away embarrassed. Oh, don't tell me it's something etchy. No me digas que es algo etchy. Blade Arc VR. Gangle cranes her neck to look me in the face before bursting in laughter. That really weird Otherworld anime? The one where there's the really weird fairy world arc? Where Asami's cousin tries to force her to marry him? Sweet home Alabama. Ala, no sabía que estábamos en Monterrey. If you know, you know. Si saben, saben. The one where the main character's superpower is just holding 2 weapons at the same time? Oh, that's lame. Eso... Ah, no, hombre. No, hombre. I blush furiously. Look, it was free on Netflix. Netflix? Seriously? A knockoff Netflix? Netflix, pero... Bueno. Pero chafa. Netflix, pero chafa. Netflix. Oh, Netflix. No sé. Gangle can't stop laughing and I start laughing too. I stopped watching after the Fairy World arc. It only gets worse after that. How can it get worse from there? Gangle gives me a thousand yard stare. You really don't want to know. As we near the dorms, Gangle turns to me. So, I know things didn't go the way we planned. Especially with Jack showing up. But do you want to come to my room and watch anime with me? You really want me to come over? Jax just makes me really uncomfortable. Her comedy mask strains against the weight of her nerves. And it would really help me feel okay if you could just keep me company. Yeah, I'll hang out with you tonight. Good. I have some Japanese snacks in my room, so you can come over whenever you're ready. I leave Gangle at her door and quickly rush up to my dorm. I drop my backpack in my room and do a quick check in the mirror before I head over to Gangle's room. Oh, wow, she really is an otaku. Wow, ala, sí es una otaku ella. Okay, why does this guy look like he's from My Hero Academia? Porque este parece como que si está en My Hero Academia. Kind of like a fusion of Todoroki and Kirishima and Denki. Casi como una combinación de Todoroki, Kirishima y Denki. You know, from My Hero Academia, ¿saben de My Hero Academia? O Boku no Hero Academia? Look, sexy bunny girl, chica coneja sexy. And then this guy, he looks like, I don't know, from Bleach. Este parece como que si es de Bleach, no sé. And then Magical Girl? Well, no, not Magical Girl, but Fairy Girl, I guess. Niña Hada, creo. All these plushies, estas plushies. Anime posters. Carteles de anime. And then manga. And then, look at her drawings. Miren sus dibujos. Gangle and Zubul. Gangle y Zubul. A cat. Un gato. And Ragatha with those boob proportions. Y Ragatha con esas proporciones de chichis. So yeah, Gangle has Gangle has set a few pink pillows on the ground, shaped like cherry blossoms. She already has taken a seat on one and is wearing a pair of yellow silk pajamas with red cherry blossom patterns emblazoned or emblazoned on them. I would say that's relaxing. I'm not sure I'd call that a pajama though. Eso sí se mira como que sí se puede relajar uno con eso, pero no estoy seguro si llamaría eso pijamas. Hi, Minor Mole. Before we get started, do you prefer rice crackers or Pocky Sticks? Oh, are we really doing this? Vamos a hacer esto. Pocky Sticks! Pocky Sticks! Gangle grabs a small box of strawberry Pocky out of a basket on her shelf and hands it to me. Gangle has picked out a set of Pocky Sticks for herself. Let's start tonight with a classic. Senene Veng evangels of the Exodus. Her DVDs are neatly organized as she searches through them, finding XEE in no time and sliding the DVD into the reader built into the TV. Oh, come on. She actually gets a TV and I get a broken computer. Ella sí tiene una televisión. A mí me tocó una computadora rota. Oh, look, it's knockoff Pusheen. Mira, es un Pusheen chafa. Oh, una Pusheen chafa. No sé. I don't know. And I'm guessing that's a rice cooker. Digo que ese es una vasija, un calentador de arroz, no sé. Que no sé qué tipo de traste es este. I don't know what kind of dish this is. Within moments, the first scene crackles to life as Purple Ranger meets Colonel Bad Dad and learns that the impact of alien meteors is slowly causing the tectonic plates to shift. Okay, yeah. So, Coronel. So, that's actually pronounced Colonel, you know, like corn kernel or kettle kernel, I don't know. And not Colonel. It's not Colonel, but Colonel. Two places where I actually heard it pronounced as Colonel. Well, of course, like Colonel Sanders, you know, from KFC. The old Coronel Sanders de KFC, o KFC. And the other one is the Colonel from Mega Man X4. Luego el otro es el Coronel de Mega Man X4. Oh yeah, by the way, go watch my Mega Man X4 videos on YouTube. Vean, a propósito, vean mis videos de Mega Man X4 en YouTube. Well, and all my other ones too, digo, mis otros también. Right now, I mean, X5 still needs to be finished, like, or it needs to be public, rather. Que el X5 por mientras sí tiene que publicarse, digo, esos últimos dos videos. I still need to finish publishing those two videos. The videos are done, they're just not published. Digo, los videos están terminados, pero no están publicados. But that means I also need to actually work on the Donkey Kong Country Tropical Freeze and Mega Man X6 videos as well. Pero eso también significa que tengo que trabajar en esos videos de Donkey Kong Country Tropical Freeze y Mega Man X6. Okay, anyway, back to the game that we're streaming. Bueno, ahora regresando al juego que estamos jugando en vivo. Earth will be rocked into pieces in only 13 more impacts. Gangle and I have to sit super close together to see the movie on the small TV in her dorm. One of her hands rests on mine as we keep watching. So sorry! It's cool. We're gonna have to sit close if we both want a good view. Gangle blushes more. Yeah, you're right. I lean back to help her get a better view. Gangle rests the entirety of her soft weight against me as I lean back, so I end up cradling her between my arms as we keep watch. I watch the show, trying to respect how much Gangle enjoys anime and share her interests with her. But I can't help but notice every small shift of weight as she almost nuzzles herself into my arm. We're at the part of the anime where Colonel Bad Dad reveals everything. White Ranger, you're secretly... He trails off. Clone of my wife Ranger! Gangle and I both gasp, even though we've seen this anime more than a few times. I never see it coming! Me either. The show really gets weird in the later episodes, but I still like it. She smiles up at me from her position, leaning against me. Eyo! Espera! Don't tell me it's getting that way. No me digas que se está poniendo de esa manera. I let my hand rest on her shoulders as we keep watching. Gangle keeps smiling. Dude, is Kane gonna come here too? Kane también se va a meter aquí, okay? The lights dance across us as we watch the finale episode. The harsh light illuminates Gangle's mask and pajamas as we keep watching the show, painting her in rich blues and vibrant reds. My heart feels like it's going to beat out of my chest as she nuzzles herself into my elbow. I don't know, something like this, algo así. Actually, no, more realistically like this, digo, más realísticamente como esto. Algo así, something like that. We just finished a sequence where Purple Ranger thwarts the Human Unification Project. All of his former comrades and commanders stand around him, applauding and saying phrases like Excelsior or Good Show. The finale ends as the credits roll. Gangle looks up at me. Remember that moment where Red Ranger and Purple Ranger traveled through a bunch of alternate timelines? And in one, they're doing the Pocky Challenge. Ah! Did I choose right? Escogí correctamente? She looks away from me. Yeah, I know what scene you're talking about. Holy shit! Is it gonna happen or is Kane gonna ruin this? ¿Va a suceder o Kane va a arruinar esto? What if I told you I always wanted to reenact that with someone? Actually, okay, before I continue, antes de que continúe, would something else have happened if I chose the rice crackers? ¿Algo más hubiera pasado si hubiera escogido las galletas de arroz? I blush as I realize the implication. But we've come so far and it feels like this is now or never. My mouth goes dry. My mouth, okay, yeah, my mouth is kind of going dry in real life too. Mi boca se está secando en la vida real también. Not because of this, yo, no por esto. Well, hey, yeah, it's because of this, but not because of this scene specifically. Bueno, sí por esto, pero no por esta escena específicamente. I need to refill my water bottle. Tengo que rellenar mi botella de agua. Okay, with that said, I will be right back. Con haber dicho eso, ahorita regreso. Alright, I'm back. Ya regresé. Alright. Whew. There's no way all that's back in the chat. No me digas que eso ya regresó todo en el chat. Alright. So my mouth goes dry. So I have a water bottle with water this time. Ahora sí tengo una botella de agua. Con agua esta vez. Also, is this in is that F sharp major or, you know, G sharp? I mean, not G sharp. G flat major? Suena como fa mayor. Como falta mayor o sol bajo mayor, no sé. I don't know. Anyways, bueno. I'd be happy to try that with you. No hesitation, nada de batallar en decir eso ni pensándolo. Not even thinking. As the light from the credits roll and the show begins to start from the beginning again, Gangle pops open her box of Pocky Sticks, her hand shaking as she places one end in her mouth. Holy shit, we're actually doing this! Asombroso, estamos haciendo esto. I lean forward, taking the other end in my mouth. Each of us takes a small ginger bites, approaching one another at a snail's pace, afraid to be the first to the center. Gangle accidentally broken most of the Pocky off. Now only a small number remains on my end. Holy shit! Are you really doing this? Are you really gonna kiss me? ¿En serio me vas a besar? She gulps before quickly finishing her part of the Pocky and leaning forward. Holy shit! She leans forward so close I can almost taste the kiss. Oh my god. Would you look at that? Would you look at the time bubble? What the? I knew it was gonna happen. Sabía que iba a suceder. Kane materializes behind us, his trusty assistant Bubble right next to him. Look at the young students in love. Indeed, Bubble, but school rules are school rules for a reason. Shame on both of you for trying to fraternize off the clock. Think of the camera crews. How can they be expected to work so late at night without any overtime in their contracts? Camera crews? The magic of the moment is lost as Gangle ducks for cover under her bed. Please, no camera crews! Not to worry, young minor mole. I'll set you right. What the hell are you gonna do to me? ¿Qué carajos me vas a hacer? With a pop, Kane teleports me to my room. I'm left flashbanged by the overhead light I left on before I left for Gangle's room. Now I know you're a strapping individual of indeterminate gender with... He pauses. The next words have a loud reverb and are an octave lower than Kane's normal speaking voice. Raging hormones. Dude, we're all adults, technically speaking. Somos adultos, hablando técnicamente. But we need to keep those in check. And saving the juicy bits until after class, for shame, my young student. I'd almost think you don't want to be seen. Well, of course we don't want to be seen. Claro que no queremos ser vistos. That was the idea, yes. I'm sorry, Kane. Am I going to get some sort of punishment for this? Punishment? No punishment. You're bringing in more viewers than we've had in a long time. What the fuck? This is entertainment for you. Esto es entretenimiento para ti. But I must advise you follow your dorm rules about not staying in other rooms after sundown. Can't risk losing our PG rating now, can we? I guess not. Right you are, minor mole. Anyways, nighty-night. Get some sleep. Get some sleep. You naughty dog. With a flourishing of his cane, he disappears, the lights in my room flickering out. I toss and turn. I can't stop thinking of Gangle. How close we were. In that moment, I almost reached out and... I wrapped my pillow around my head as I try to drift off to sleep. I can still feel Gangle's soft weight leaning against me as sleep finally overtakes me. I wake up the next morning. For a moment, I enjoy the bliss of waking up before my alarm. That's until I remember the events of last night. Kane! I can't believe he popped up in Gangle's room. Just as we were about to. I'm taken out of my thoughts by a gentle knocking at my door. Hey, Minor Mole! Are you ready to walk to school with me? I jump out of my bed and pull my uniform on, checking myself in the mirror and running a hand through my hair to calm my bedhead from last night. I pull open the door to see Gangle waiting for me. Sure thing, Gangle. Let's get going. She hooks one of her ribbons into the crook of my arm, wrapping it around my forearm before her hand nestles into mine. Did you sleep well? She looks at me smiling. Yeah. I've never seen Gangle happier than she is right now. Good, because we have a lot more to watch. If we're going to keep hanging out and you're going to improve your art, we gotta get you caught up on all the good anime. All of them? We've only scratched the surface. We need to watch The Assault on Big Man, Bandito Doo-Wop, and Green Line. I turn to her. I actually wanted to talk about last night. She looks at me, still smiling, though she looks a little shy. We begin to walk, cool fall air rushing past us as we step into the fall morning. I don't know if Gangle can get cold, but she leans closer to me, wrapping arm tighter around me. I can feel her mask against my cheek. Every point where we touch feels like it's on fire. What about last night? She asks, still smiling. Was everything we did... I pause, trying to find my words. All right with you? She looks genuinely confused. I liked it. Her expression clouds, her smile fading into an uncertain look. Was it okay with you? I stiffen up, nodding. For a few moments I was scared I had overstepped with Gangle. She's normally so shy she doesn't even want anyone to see her art. But when we're alone, she just seems so comfortable moving fast with me. As Gangle keeps looking at me, her confused look threatening to break into a frown, I look down at her. I liked it too, Gangle. I give her a reassuring nod. She smiles back. It's a more fragile smile than earlier, but she doesn't look like she's at risk of bursting into tears anymore. I was thinking maybe tonight we could spend more time together. I pause before we step through the entrance. Out here we have more privacy. This is uwu right here. It's those uwu-waki. Looking down at Gangle, the breath leaves my lungs as I realize how cute she is. Just how much I have come to care about her. I can feel the blood rushing to my ears as I look down at her. That sounds great, Gangle. I'd really like that too. She smiles and runs a little circle around me before nuzzling her mask against my chest again. Good! I want to spend a lot of time watching anime with you. And eating snacks together. I try to hide every apparent heart rising to my face. Oh, heat rising! Okay, sorry. Let's go to homeroom. Gangle smiles and nods happily. Still, we enjoy each other's company as we enter the school, arms intertwined. We ascend the main stairwell at a snail's pace. When we finally enter class, it's more than a few minutes late. Nobody takes notice of us getting in late, though neither of us can suppress quiet giggles as we take our seats. Zubul notices. What has you two happy? Oh, nothing! Gangle blushes as she flashes me a smile. We just really enjoyed the anime we watched last night. I blush too as I cast a glance back at Gangle's way. Cool. They don't seem interested. Class flies by as Gangle and I exchange notes and art. The bell for lunch rings. Hey, Minor Mole! Do you want to get to lunch and hang out in the dorms? A good place as any to pass time with Gangle. We both pick up some food and meet up at the school entrance. Ready? Ready. We step into the midday autumn air, which is a bit less crisp than in the morning or evening air. The walk to the dorms is long enough for my food to cool off a bit, but I hardly noticed as Gangle and I kept exchanging glances. We make it to her room soon enough and take seats on the same pillows from last night. We're not gonna do the spicy stuff again, right? No vas a hacer las cosas picantes de nuevo, ¿verdad? In fact, the rooms look almost okay. In fact, the room looks almost the exact same as when Kane interrupted us last night. So, Minor Mole, what are you doing for the rest of the day? Gangle asks between bites of her lunch. Or aren't we going back to school and help Zubul put up the last of the art? Gangle rubs the tips of her ribbons together, giggling. Oh yeah, She looks into my eyes. We don't have to worry about that. What is she talking about? What? Gangle looks away from me. I sort of told Zubul to... She pauses. The next words that come out of her mouth come out in a rush as if she's afraid she'll stop mid-sentence. I told Zubul to forget about the art for the culture festival. She turns her gaze back at me. Even her laughter is uncertain. But why? We worked so hard. I was really excited to share our art with the school. Well, Minor Mole, nothing we did was that good. Besides, didn't you say you weren't that proud of your own art? I did say that, but I just meant compared to Gangle and Zubul's art. I didn't mean I was ashamed of it. We spent all week working on it. Gangle, what are we going to do all day? Well, I was thinking... She looks up at me again, nervous. We could just... You're not gonna make us do Pocky again, right? No vas a hacer que hagamos el Pocky de nuevo, ¿verdad? She pauses, then continues in a voice so delicate and uncertain she feels like her words could be carried off by a stiff breeze. Or a stiff breeze. Stay in and watch anime all day? I can't deny the appeal of the idea, but is it really right to abandon our art project? After the rest of class worked so hard on their part of the culture fair, well, except Jack's. Sure, Gangle, explain. Gangle looks almost surprised at my answer before her face eases into one of contentment. And something else I can't quite place. Maybe exhaustion? Well, it was probably hard to keep her anxiety in like that. Time to get comfortable and forget about the outside world. Good! I was hoping you'd say that. She picks up the remote from her CRTV, turning it on before pulling out the complete season 1 of Uzumaki Ninja. Whoa, Gangle! Isn't the first season of Uzumaki Ninja over 12 hours? So, we're going back to school today. Holy shit, we're already skipping, hala. Vamos a faltar nuestras clases de la escuela, hala. Right. We watch the antics of Uzumaki Ninja and his best friends, Cherry Blossom Ninja and Oprah Ninja. No, sorry, Orphan Ninja. Not, where did I say Oprah? Where did I get Oprah from? Oprah Winfrey? No me agarré Oprah. Tiene que ser orphan, o sea, huérfano o huérfana. I believe in it. We watch episode after episode. In one episode, it's implied that Uzumaki Ninja's teacher is reading an adult magazine while training the other ninjas. Okay, that sounds like Master Roshi from Dragon Ball Z. Eso suena como el Maestro Roshi de Dragon Ball Z. And I think, well, I don't know if the magazines are a thing in Naruto. Yo no sé si las revistas existen en Naruto. Which seems really weird, but neither of us comment on it. Come to think of it, Gangle isn't really commenting on anything, leaning forward, completely lost in the screen. Hey, Gangle. No response. I try to move in a little closer and to reestablish the intimacy from when we last hung out. When I try to put an arm around Gangle's waist, she gingerly lifts it and puts my arm back at my side. Ah, no, I know. Minor Mole, I'm trying to watch the anime. Message received. I lean back, waiting to see if Gangle wants to lean against me like last time. I respect her autonomy, but I'm starting to wonder why I'm here. She doesn't even seem to notice me leaning back. We may as well be in different rooms. Season 1 ends. Hey, Gangle, you want to... She gets up, puts Season 1 away, and gets Season 2. Get food or something? I trail off, the last word barely even makes it out of my mouth. Gangle doesn't acknowledge it if she even hears me, sliding the next DVD in and starting Season 2. My stomach rumbles. Gangle, do you still have any snacks? Shh! She doesn't turn to look at me. She that invested in anime. Está tan invertida en anime. I try to focus and enjoy the show, but I've been so focused on Gangle and trying to communicate with her, I completely lost. Some ninja in a spiral mask is talking about killing orphan ninja's clan to save orphan ninja. I'm so hungry. Gangle, I'm gonna go see if I can get some food, okay? Still no response. Oh, now I actually leave her. Ahora sí la dejo. I step out of Gangle's room. The door clicks shut behind me. Crap! Forgot to leave it unlocked. Solving the locked door is secondary right now. I'm starving. I spot Pomni walking down the hallway. Minor Mole? Nice to see you. Nobody has seen Gangle all day. Weren't you two supposed to do art for the culture festival? Yeah, sorry. We didn't end up liking anything we got done. Guess I should have expected someone to ask her about her missing work. Oh, that's okay, Minor Mole. We were just gonna use what Zubul submitted. Have you seen Gangle at all? Everyone was worried when neither of you showed up to present your art. Oh yeah, I think she was in her room. That I just came out of, but I'm not about to bring that up without her asking about it. Okay, Minor Mole. My stomach rumbles loudly. Y'all heard that? ¿Escucharon eso? Y'all heard the growling? ¿Escucharon? Estaba gritando el estómago. Or bueno, mi estómago, you know, my stomach, the stomach. Is there anywhere to get food around here? Well, the school's closed, but there should be some leftover spaghetti in the lounge from when Ragatha and I made dinner on Tuesday. Can I have some? Of course, Minor Mole. Maybe next time you can join us. Maybe. I pause. I think I gave Ragatha a bad impression of me when I was watching anime in the lounge. Well, Ragatha isn't too quick to judge people. I think she'd be fine with you joining us. Maybe so. Pomni yawns. Anyways, it's getting late. I'll see you tomorrow at the culture fair? Yep. I hope. I warm up some pasta and eat alone in the lounge. The pasta's pretty tasty. In fact, it somehow feels less lonely than being in the room with Gangle. Still, I did say I would spend the night with her. After enjoying the pasta, I get up making a note to thank Pomni and Ragatha tomorrow. I knock on Gangle's door. Nothing. I try again. Silence. I try texting Gangle to let me in. Hey Gangle, I'm outside. I'm outside. Your door is locked. After 15 minutes of standing there, I give up and go to bed alone. Not even a good night text? Oh no, am I failing? Estoy fallando. I get ready to sleep, the rejection off, when suddenly the world around me seems to blur, then lose detail. The color drains from my comforter and mattress, and soon my room only looks like line work. Oh no, did I do this wrong? ¿Hice esto mal? My mind goes hazy as my memories unravel. Minor Mole, good evening. Principal Kane? What's going on? Well, to be frank, Minor Mole, you failed. Oh shit, I got the bad ending, agarré el fin malo. You see, Minor Mole, you were an NPC. One I designed to help Gangle open up. You know, help her gain some confidence in time for the culture fair. But, well, it looks like that didn't play out the way I expected it to. Unfortunately, that leaves you in an unfortunate position. You really won't be of much use anymore. Kane shrugs. But that just means we'll have to go back to the drawing board. Huh? Darn shame about all this. Oh no! You were doing really good with Gangle there for a bit. The audience was rooting for you too. I guess you just got caught up in bad habits. Happens to the best of us. Hey, no worries, there's always next time. Wait, Gangle! Gangle! Are my last thoughts before I cease to exist and simply vanish into the void? Ah! I got the bad ending. Agarré el fin malo. Fuck me. Okay, good thing I saved. Qué bueno que guardé la partida. Okay, what did I get? ¿Qué agarré en el momento? Alright, I'm gonna start from here. Voy a comenzar desde aquí. Okay. Okay. Okay, sorry, I'm gonna try to catch up to where before I screw up. Voy a tratar de llegar antes de que pues fracase todo. I didn't know I could get a bad ending like that. No sabía que podía agarrar un fin malo así de esa manera. Oh, no. Okay, go back to the prompt. Ahora regresarnos a esto. Okay, art. We should go back and put our art up. Minor Mole! I already told Zuma we aren't going! I shake my head. Gangle, I know you're not confident right now, but we both worked really hard. I want to go back and I hope you come with me. I finish my food and stand up. Gangle shrinks into herself for a few minutes. I'm sure she isn't going to follow me. But as I begin to leave, her ribbon wrap around my wrist. Okay, I'll go back with you. But you have to tell them it's you ready to put our art up. She sniffles. I'm too embarrassed to talk to them about it. I give her a gentle smile. We'll tell them together. I glance down at my wacky watch. Lunch is almost over. I pull Gangle along with me as we run back to the school. Zubul is waiting in the lobby and doesn't look too happy to see us either. Or it doesn't look too happy to see either of us. Minor Mole, Gangle, good of you to show up. What the hell was that text earlier? Gangle looks away. I'm sorry, Zubul. We both got a little stage fright as the festival got near and sent an impulsive message. Gangle and I really want to present our art. Please let us get it from the art studio. Is this true, Gangle? Gangle nods wordlessly. Fine. Get them to me quick. I barely have time to put them up. I nod. Gangle and I rush to the art studio. As we collect our art and get ready to head back to the lobby, I turn to Gangle. Gangle, how do you feel about putting up your art? No way! If someone sees me putting up my art and makes fun of it, I think I'd never be happy again. I can't rush this. It's gonna be baby steps with Gangle, and there's nothing wrong with that. I feel so strongly about spending time with Gangle about making her happy. That means being patient even when it comes to improving. Still, an idea comes to me. What if we swap art? What? If you put up my art, you can tell the other students you're just putting up a friend's art. And I can put up your art so you don't have to be nervous about what other people will say. That could work. Good. We return to Zubal, who still doesn't look too happy. That took longer than I was hoping. Just give me the art. Zubal, wait. What? Gangle and I want to help put up art. Really? Yep. I'm going to put up Gangle's art and she's going to put mine up. Cool. Thanks for your help. Let's get to work. Getting to work is exactly what we do. Splitting up to cover as much of the school as possible in our posters. I put up Gangle's amazing art and hope nobody is looking too close at my chicken scratch and stick figures. Every once in a while, Gangle and I cross paths. We exchange shy smiles before continuing. By the time we are finished, the school has been covered in art celebrating the Culture Festival. Oh, look at all these abstractions, abstracciones. Wait, is that Ragatha with boob proportions? This is Ragatha con proporciones de chichis. And they got Pomni, Zubal, and Gangle. Reference episode, well, I guess after episode 4. Referencia después del episodio 4 de Gangle, Zubal y Pomni. Join us. Abstracción. Fair, justo. Wait. Culture fair. Feria de cultura. Okay. Food, comida. Come to the culture fair. Ven a la feria de cultura. Rosa, Rose. Are you cultured? Estás culturada. That's basically the Mona Lisa. Esa es básicamente la Mona Lisa. Excellent work, students! He twirls his cane. I've never seen such school spirit in all my years of being principal. You've only been principal for like 6 months. Not important! What is important is that you have all earned a reward. For just today, I'll be designing a 3rd location for you all to visit. Zubal turns their back to Kane. I'm good. Kane's jaw drops. Seriously, Zubal? Zubal shoots him an annoyed look before walking off. Kane shrugs. I guess this is a normal interaction between them. Well, can I entice you two with anything? Well, I've always wanted to go to a maid cafe. A maid cafe? Or a maid cafe? I guess I should have guessed from her anime fixation, but I'm still surprised. What do you say, minor mole? Have you two made up your mind? Kane! With the puns, con esos chistes o juegos de palabra. I appreciate the pun. Low-key, I kind of do appreciate it in real life, too. Bueno, sí lo aprecio en la vida real también. Yeah, Principal Kane, thanks for the offer. Not to worry now. Come on, you two. Make some cinema magic. The audience at home is rooting for you too. Whatever that means. Colors whirl around us as the world seems to become ephemeral. I don't know. We spawn inside a quaint cafe, both Gangle and I. Completely new outfits for the occasion. The Kane changed our clothes. The interior of the small cafe is lined with light pink wallpaper lending to the kawaii aesthetic. Before I really even have time to question it, Gangle speaks up. I always wanted to go to one of these. Her ribbons are pressed against her face. She is enthralled by her decor as we stand by the entrance. Gangle really is too cute. A mannequin in a maid uniform approaches us. Ohio! Ohio! Welcome to Kawaii Maid Cafe! Oh. Where all your dreams are made real. Another maid pun. I wonder how many of those they'll make. Table for two? Gangle nods enthusiastically. Yep! She's so entranced by the atmosphere that she takes the lead, taking my hand in hers, and as the maid leads us to a table. We're going to seat you with one of our newer staff, so please be patient with them. Okay, we will be. I nod. I've learned a lot about getting along with others and being patient with the last few days, so I think I can handle whatever comes our way. Still, I couldn't have anticipated what I was about to see. As Gangle looks over the menu, many delicious pastries and types of tea and coffee listed at a familiar figure comes up to us. Except he looks different. More pink? Ahem, I'll be your maid for today. It's Evil Jax! Regreso Evil Jax! His voice is all wrong too, but I'm not going to let myself get fooled. Jax may have dyed his fur pink and be wearing a maid uniform, but I'll never forget how he tried to bully Gangle a few days ago. Evil Jax? Evil Jax? There's a version of Jax that's even worse than the original? I immediately feel my body tensing. I don't know what to expect, but it can't be good. Hey, Gangle! I'm so glad to see you. Are you enjoying your time here? He's being polite? Gangle, who is this? Oh, that's Evil Jax! She waves a ribbon at the shy bunny in the maid uniform. He is actually really nice, unlike our Jax. I can't quite keep the skepticism out of my voice. Are you sure? Yeah, I promise. I know that Jax can be tough to get along with, but I hope you won't judge me too harshly. Weirdly, he sort of reminds me of Ragatha. Maybe they'd get along. Okay. So, you aren't going to try to bully Gangle or mess with our drinks? Oh no, I would never mess with your order. I really want to make this as pleasant an experience as possible for everyone who comes to Kawaii Maid Cafe. He makes a little hard with his fingers. Well, he sounds genuine. I'll have the kawaii hot cocoa and an order of white kuma macarons. Gangle nods in approval. Good order. I'll have a strawberry milk tea and a bundt cake with a strawberry frosting and doki sprinkles. Of course. I'll be right back to pour those for you and with your food order. He leaves us. So, Evil Jax is good? I know, it's from an adventure kingdom where we played softball against our evil clones. Softball? There was an evil version of all of us. Evil Pomni was really mean and said a lot of curse words. Evil Ragatha spoke in a weird accent and taunted everyone. Evil Zooble was called Bazooble and was just kind of stupid. And Evil Jax was actually really nice. She leans in. Sometimes I wish we could keep Evil Jax and send the real Jax away. I giggled as I nodded agreement. He seems really nice. How about Evil Gangle? Gangle looks away. Oh. Kane didn't want to do an Evil Gangle, I guess. So he just had an Evil Orbsman. Orbsman? He's an NPC from a different adventure. There she goes talking about adventures with Kane again. Are those like field trips? I leave it alone. There are some things about this school I just won't ever understand. I nod. Just as Gangle finishes explaining this all to me, Evil Jax comes back to our table. So, Evil Jax, where did you get the uniform? Oh, I actually got it from Jax. Jax had a maid uniform? Once he stopped saying really mean things to me, that couldn't get past the censor. When I asked for it, he let me keep it. Evil Jax rubs his forearm. Even if he did just sort of throw it at me and call me a rude name. We both laugh at the awkward story while Evil Jax smiles nervously down at us. Gangle is up first. He sets a cup with boba pearls in it down in front of her. Before pulling out a pitcher and slowly pouring it into the cup from a great height, occasionally flourishing as he does so. Impressively, he doesn't spill a drop. As the strawberry milk tea is filled to the brim, he gently affixes a cute bear-style plastic top and puts a straw in Gangle's drink before setting her bundt cake in front of her. And now for you, Master Minor Mole. He pulls out a steaming pitcher before putting a mug down in front of me. Again, he twirls as he pours into the mug and doesn't spill a drop. He drops 2 bunny-shaped marshmallows into the drink as he finishes. Then puts a tray of macarons in front of me, decorated with cutesy bear faces on them. As he finishes, he presses his hands together and bows. We both applaud the performance. Ah, you're too kind. He waves my praise shyly. That was really good, Evil Jax. I'm really glad. I hope you two have a good date. He turns away before either of us can respond. Date? Yeah. We're both too shy to attempt eye contact. Gangle drinks her milk tea noisily. I burn my tongue, sipping my hot chocolate before it's cool. Are you okay? I just burned my tongue. Sorry. It's okay. There's another period of silence. Good thing... Oh, God. This is so awkward. Gangle, I really like spending time with you. Gangle clears her throat and nods with a shy smile. Me too, Minor Mole. We keep sipping our drinks. Every time our eyes meet, even for a second, we both turn away. I guess we're both too timid to make the first move. But, I mean, some things are worth risking. Gangle, I like you. What? Minor Mole! What are you saying all of a sudden? Well, I've already started. Time to follow through. I guess, what I mean is... Gangle, the time I spent with you this week has been my favorite. From texting you while watching Blue Butler to watching Zen and Exodus in your room. Minor Mole, you don't have to. I mean it. I would accept 100 lectures from Ragathon, the appropriate use of the lounge computer, if it meant spending more time with you. Well, I feel the same way. She says, waving her arms with frantic energy. Everything we've done together this week. She tucks her face forward, looking at her shoes, her smile growing even wider. Even if it was just dealing with Jax or sitting together and watching anime. I really liked every second of it. Me too. There's so many things I would have never tried without you. Like watching anime or trying art or even going to a maid cafe. You're my favorite person here and I want to keep spending time with you. Minor Mole, you've really been there for me this week. You really stood up for me when I needed it. She pauses. And even sometimes help me stand up for myself when I need to. So I want to spend as much time as I can with you. Gangle and I slowly sip our drinks, talking about anime, art, and the culture festival tomorrow. All the earlier awkwardness dispelled as we embrace our mutual friendship. We both linger a long time, slowly nibbling at our snacks, even as other patrons are seated and complete their orders. To his credit, Evil Jax never pressures us to finish our meal. He just comes by to take our occasional extra drink, order, or ask if we want any more snacks. By the time we leave, it's dark outside. I walk Gangle to her dorm. Minor Mole! Thanks for everything this week. I'm really excited to show the rest of the class our work in the art club. With you. She is so cute. Me too, Gangle. Even if you're definitely the better artist. You're still pretty good, Minor Mole. We both know it's a lie, but I appreciate it anyways. Well, either way, I'm excited to go to the culture fair with you tomorrow. To myself, I resolve to confess my true feelings to her tomorrow. We finally arrive at her room's door. Well, this is good night, isn't it, Minor Mole? I nod. I don't want this night to end, but we need to be well rested for tomorrow. Good night, Gangle. I can't wait to see you tomorrow. You too, Minor Mole. Sweet dreams. You too. With that, Gangle slowly closes the door. I head back to my dorm, satisfied with the night's events. By the time I change into my pajamas and crawl into bed, Gangle has already sent me a picture chat of herself, making a heart with her flexible ribbon arms, smiling. Hearts, corazones. Can't wait to see you tomorrow, Minor Mole. Me too, Gangle. Thank you for spending tonight with me. Thank you for making me go back and put my art up. I was feeling really bad. And I don't know what I would have done if you didn't talk me into putting my art up. Sleeping time. We have a big day tomorrow. I'm excited to spend all of the time I can with Gangle. The happy thoughts carry me into a restful sleep. Day 4 complete. Okay, now that I'm actually sure, ahora que sí estoy seguro. I just got lucky with the Zubo run. Solo me tocó suerte con el run de Zubo. When I wake up the next morning, I pull my uniform on straight away and prepare myself for the culture fair. I open the door and Gangle is already waiting for me. Ready to go, Minor Mole? She offers me her hand. I take it and we walk to school together as we prepare for the culture festival. Oh, this is very decorated. Está bien decorado. As we walk up, we're greeted by our class representative. Minor Mole, Ragatha. I mean, Ragatha. Minor Mole, Gangle, you made it. She says as if it were a pleasant surprise instead of what Principal Kane expected of every student in our class. Yep, we're here, Ragatha. I had Kane set up a stall for the art club. You guys can head right there. She beams at us before moving away to greet other students. Yes, I guess it's time to go to our stall, huh, Minor Mole? I nod. Yes, it is. Oh, that's a lot of art. This is mucha arte. Is that your from Spy Family? ¿Ese es your de Spy Family? Hey, look, it's the son from Digital Circus. Es el son del Circo Digital. And it's knockoff Naruto. Es Naruto Chafa. Jax made Jax. Jax como sirvienta. You know, the fruit bowl. Traste de vasos. Hey, look. Ragatha de nuevo. Moon, I'm assuming also from Digital Circus. La Luna creo que también del Circo Digital. Colores. I was gonna say, that looks like L from Death Note. Iba a decir que parece como L de Death Note. Okay, when we get to the stall, a crowd of students has already formed. Some of Gangle's art has been pinned to different parts of the stall. A few drawings even hang from the front of the stall. I have a few pieces of art on the stall as well, but it's clear they are mostly out of pity. What? That's too many people! She turns to me. Come on, Minor Mole. We tried. Let's just go back to the dorms and watch anime. Somehow I feel like Ragatha wouldn't like that. Or, more worryingly, Kane. So does it remember my bad ending? ¿Recuerda mi fin malo? I shake my head. Gangle said we'd help with the culture festival. We have to take care of the stall we were assigned. Minor Mole! But all those people! I didn't sign up for this! I take a deep breath and puff out my chest. Maybe not, but Gangle, I put my hands on her shoulders. When Purple Ranger found out he was secretly piloting his mom, did that stop him from foiling Colonel Bad Dad's evil plans? No. When Chris needed him, did Sir Bastion get shy and run away from all those mafiosos who were trying to destroy the Hampton 5 estate? No. And when Uzumaki Ninja had to face off against Oprah Ninja, or Orphan Ninja, did he ever stop believing in it? Uzumaki Ninja would never stop believing in it. That's what Uzumaki Ninja does. He believes in it. I nod. Now, are you ready to face your adoring fans and help run the art club booth? She nods, her confidence restored. It's time to sell some art! And that is just what we do. A small crowd forms around the booth. Everyone is clamoring for Gangle's art. Some of them even offering above the price we are selling prints to outbid other students. I even get a few people pity buying my art. After a couple of hours, we were both exhausted, but we've also sold all of the art we made for the festival. Principal Kane pops up looking at the jar of money we have made. Yes, the jar of money and not the jar of white liquid. Sí, el frasco de dinero y no el frasco de líquido blanco. Accompanied by his trusty companion Bubble. Excellent work, Mitermole and Gangle. You've made enough money that we can keep the lights on at this school for another season. That was a concern? But of course, now that the art is sold, it's time for the best part of the Culture Festival. Walk about the festival grounds. He gestures to the jar of money again. Feel free to spend any of the Cane tokens, trademark, that you have been paid in to get a tasty treat while you tour the Culture Festival. Oh, I cannot speak. Wow, no puedo hablar. If those are his own Cane tokens, then how will they help him keep the lights on? Have fun, you two!
That's right. Have some wholesome fun. Legal fun. And not whatever sussy pocky shit y'all were doing. And yes, I'm not censored, unlike y'all. Y sí, diviértanse, no como esa diversión sospechosa que estaban haciendo con los pokis. Y sí, pues, sospechosamente sexual. Y sí, sí puedo decir cosas cuestionables sin que me censuren.
Okay. With that, they leave us in peace. So, Mitermole. She looks away. Wanna check out the festival, I would love to tour the festival with you, Gangle. I cut her off. Good, let's go then. She offers a hand. We got various Japanese street foods, all of which Gangle knows by name. Oh, Mitermole! She points to a stall selling dumplings covered in eel sauce and mayonnaise with squirming flakes atop them. They have takoyaki! We have to get some! I nod and hand the vendor a couple of Cane tokens. I prop one in my mouth as I hand the basket of dumplings to Gangle. It's chewy and savory and more than a little fishy, but I like it. So good! Gangle stuffs her face before noticing another stall selling fish-shaped pastries. Oh, takoyaki! We have to get those too! Taiyaki! We have to get those too! I nod, shelling out a few more Cane tokens. We each get a fish pastry. Despite its shape, the bread is like pastry dough and is filled with a sweet bean paste. Wow, Cane really went all out! She has a few crumbs at the edges of her mouth. Thoughtless, I reach over and brush her crumbs from her mouth. Mitermole, did you just... Sorry, I just sort of automatically... We avert our gazes from one another, traveling in awkward silence until Gangle seizes my wrist. A ramen stall! Please! As if I could say no to her. I fish out the last of her Cane tokens and we both get big bowls of ramen. We take a seat at an empty table. Despite the fact It's being prepared on a portable stove, and the noodles are from an instant ramen packet. The ramen is still delicious. I can't help but slurp the noodles, and Gangle follows suit. The ramen is delicious. The broth is rich and salty, and each one even comes with half a hard-boiled egg in it to stimulate a ramen egg. Despite the fact we both got large bowls, we finished in a few minutes. Can we get another? I churn out my pockets to show her we're out of cane tokens. Aww. As we finish our ramen, a quiet falls over the table? For a few moments, we sit there awkwardly. Then, I remember. There was one thing I really wanted to ask Gangle. Something that has been on my mind ever since we hung out in a room and watched anime. Gangle. Yes, Spider-Ball? My mouth immediately dries up. Good time for a water break. Buen momento para un descanso de agua. Or a hydration check. O bueno, un chequeo de hidratación. But it's now or never. I like you. What? I like you, like, more than a friend. Minor Mole, I was really hoping you would say that. Yay, the music! Sí, la música! I feel like a weight is lifted off my shoulders as Gangle leans forward. I don't know how, or exactly when, but something when we were hanging out, I put my hands on hers. Me too, Gangle. She leans forward. You know, if it's okay, I'd like to kiss you. She asks sheepishly. I'd like that, Gangle. She leans forward and I meet her from my half of the table. Hey, we're kissing! Estamos besando! Our lips meet in the middle. Her mask is warm against my lips. She sighs, giving the kiss her all. Minor Mole! We part for only a moment before sinking into another kiss. Then another. And another. Some of the other students don't mind, but most of them move away. Oh, puke. Leave them alone. I think they're cute together. Subo grabs one of Jax's ear. Hey, it's like Misty to Brock. It's como Misty a Brook. Or I guess even technically Max to Brock, but bueno, también Max a Brook. And then Krogan to Brock is a different case. Bueno, en el caso de Krogan a Brook, pues ese es otro caso. Ow! Watch the ears, Zubo! They're sensitive! We're leaving, bunny boy. Go, Gangle and Minor Mole! Pomni cheers us on the distance. Well, PDA is technically against school regulations, but as long as you two are happy, I think I can let this one slide. After several kisses, we finally part. That was amazing, Minor Mole. I'm so happy you feel the same. Me too, Gangle. Just saying, Gangle's wacky watch buzzes. Oh no! I almost forgot! What? Well, me and the other students are going to meet on the rooftop tonight for fireworks. Do you want to come as my date? I smile back. Nothing would make me happier, Gangle. Good, let's go back. I have to get changed for the fireworks. I nod and we head back in hand. When I get back to my room, I see Kane has put out a plain green yukata for me. There's also a tag, it's my favorite color, es mi color favorito. Congratulations on making friends and growing close with Gangle, Minor Mole. Consider this a gift in recognition of your skills as a true friend. And maybe more? Just remember to keep things PG, my precocious little pinwheel. Huh? I change into the yukata and meet Gangle outside of her room. I nod and take her hand. On the rooftop, all of our friends are already waiting for us. Glad to see you two here.
Good to see you too. Good to see you too, Zooble.
Zooble turns to me. Don't mess things up with her, Minor Mole, or I'll kick your ass.
Zooble!
Just kidding. Have fun, you guys. But seriously, Minor Mole, be a good partner to Gangle. I nod. I will, Zooble. Good. Good talk, Minor Mole.
You two look so cute together. You two look so cute together. Agatha! Well, it's true. Yeah, seriously, you two are sweet. I'm glad you ended up together, Minor Mole and Gangle. Yeah, seriously, you two are sweet. I'm glad you ended up together, Minor Mole and Gangle. Or Minor Mole and Gangle. Well, thanks!
Ragatha and Pomni smile as they leave us in peace. We all talk until the sun goes down and the stairwell door opens. Did somebody say fireworks? I'm pretty sure nobody did, but it does seem like a good time for them. Kinger gingerly sets down a series of fireworks. Don't try this at home, Kinger says before setting off fireworks. Blues, greens, reds, and oranges streak across the sky, but the entire time I can't keep my eyes off Gangle. My time at the school has been pretty hectic, but the one constant has been Gangle, who has been a good friend, the person I go to when I want to relax, and my partner in making the Culture Festival a success.
Hey, Minor Mole! I'm really glad we met. I like you a lot, and I'm really happy you joined in our class.
Me too, Gangle. With time and more of my memories returned, more and more of my memories returned, we still haven't found a way out of the school yet, or back to our lives before. But no matter what the future holds for us in this digital scape, I know I can face it with Gangle. Okay. One failure, but we managed to get to the good ending. Una falla, pero llegamos al buen fin. Credits. No créditos. I mean, we could skip, digo, podemos saltar, but I mean, it'd be better that I, show credits to the rightful people, pero sería bueno que enseñen los créditos a la gente apropiada, ¿verdad? Thank goodness it did not crash today either. Qué bueno que no se tumbó y tampoco, esta noche tampoco. Alright, now let's actually look at the updates. Ahora ver las actualizaciones. Oh, we actually got everything. Agarramos todo. I still want to know what I'm missing with Zooble. Quiero ver qué es lo que me falta con Zooble. Okay, while I still have a bit of time, mientras que todavía tengo un poquito de tiempo. Oh, so those are my automatic saves. Esos son mis guardos. Lo que me guardó automáticamente. Seriously, that was page 1, no, 2. Eso fue la segunda página. Okay. I want to see if I can get Zooble's beginning. Quiero ver si puedo agarrar el inicio con Zooble. Digo, antes de terminar eso, before finishing this. Okay. Hold on. Okay, I'll sit with the Mitch this one. Sorry, I'm just trying to get the first picture with Zubo. Es que quiero agarrar la primera foto con Zubo. Okay. Really? Ahoy they minor mole. Oh boy. Ah, he does decir chulas aquí también. Well then, bueno. Well, I guess there's this. ¿Dónde está esto? Minor mole. Good to see you again. It seems like we run into each other quite often these days. Doesn't he realize I'm one of his students? Ugh. Sorry. I'm trying to find the scene that I didn't get. Es que quiero ver esa escena que no agarré. Sorry, I want to get that missing picture. Es que quiero agarrar esa foto que me falta. I know I'm kind of doing stuff. Ya sé que solo estoy haciendo cosas, but... Sorry, I'm just trying to get to that scene. Es que estoy tratando de llegar a esa escena. Now, what happens if I do this? All right. Alright, I can do a fast click. Puedo hacer un clic rápido. Okay, no, I think this is where that second picture comes in. Creo que aquí es donde viene esa segunda foto, ¿no? Okay. Es que, how do I get what I'm missing? Es que, ¿cómo agarro lo que me falta? I got everything for Gangle. Agarré todo de Gangle. How do I unlock this? Pero ¿cómo desbloqueo esto? Es que this is a day 3 thing. Esto es algo del día 3. Okay, now what happens if I say Pomni? Si digo que con Pomni? It's a good thing I have a fast clicker. Lo bueno es que tengo un clicker que lo hace rápido. I need to get that scene. Tengo que agarrar esa escena. Come on, I just want that last thing. Quiero esa última cosa. Oh boy. Come on, a ver. Oh, great. We're almost at the end of day 2. Ya casi llegamos al fin del día 2. Okay, unless it's here where I get the scene. Al menos de que es aquí en donde agarro esa escena. Oh, this is the scene. Esta es la escena. I think. Right? Creo, ¿verdad? Okay. Oh, okay, so from what I'm seeing, de lo que estoy viendo. All right. Okay, do we finally have it? Digo, ya lo tenemos. Okay, so it was that one, si fuese. I can't believe it was one of those cases of you either get this one or this one. Digo, no puedo creer que fue el caso de que agarras este o este. At least for Gango we got everything. Digo, al menos digo, con Gango le agarramos todo. But hey, I guess we did it, even though we didn't really read the remaining text. Bueno, lo agarramos aunque pues no leímos la mayoría del texto. Okay, like I said, next week we'll probably do Jax and then Pomni and then Ragatha. Creo que la próxima semana, bueno, creo que vamos a hacer a Jax y luego a Pomni y luego a Ragatha. Anyways, bueno. think we're done here. Creo que ya terminamos aquí, ¿no? Alright, bueno. I guess I'm gonna go to this. Bueno, voy a ir a esto. Well, I guess this is it for tonight. Bueno, digo que eso es todo para esta noche. Oh, anyways, bueno. Of course, I got my social medias. Tengo mis redes sociales. No sé, coffee, tengo coffee, music commissions, comisiones de música, my professional music website where I make my own compositions, you know, and publish them. Bueno, y también, claro, tengo mi propio sitio web de música donde publico mis propias canciones. And yeah, you can call them indie, puedes llamarlos indie, o sea, independientes, you know, independent. Los publico, I publish them. Música IMR727. Música IMR727. And then, of course, you know, I got. What else? ¿Qué más tengo? Of course, you know, TikTok, follow me. Digo, TikTok, síganme. Kick, also follow me. Kick, también síganme. Excuse me, disculpa. Twitch, also follow me. Twitch, también síganme. But more importantly, pero más importante, if you like this type of video, si les gusta este tipo de video, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe on YouTube. No se les olvide darle un like, comenten y suscríbanse en YouTube. And I guess that'll be it for tonight. Bueno, eso, creo que eso va a ser todo para esta noche. And yes, I actually did watch a Game Overs earlier today or yesterday. Bueno, y sí vi a Game Overs, digo, anteriormente, digo, hoy o, bueno, ayer. Well, this has been Miner Mole, the Miners of Moles. Esto ha sido Miner Mole, el mero mero topo minero. Until next time, hasta la próxima. Goodbye and good night. Buenas noches y adiós.